Well, in that case, Will,
Hey!
what happened last time on Ebon Ward?
Last time on Ebon Ward. I just got to double. Yep, I'm right. The party left for the Paradise Theater so Maze could deliver his rewritten script for Beyond the Waterfall to Matthias. They were impressed with it, as well as Lucine Delta, who suggested that Marigold be the one behind the waterfall for the play. After a few more auditions, the party headed over to Kabloom, a Larry-sponsored alchemist shop run by a young, short Ifrit woman named Flair Debonair. She offered many possible concoctions, such as polymorph potions, sticky bombs, and powerful flashbangs, if they could bring her Adapt Ottle egg goo. After repeating herself a couple of times, the party accepted and left to speak with Pure at Kissed by the Sea, where they bumped into Armella and Regal Lionheart, the mother of the Lionheart children. Armella, who was still the worst, excused herself suddenly as Regal continued to blather on about her disappointments and interests. When Pure found a lull in the lunch hour, she talked to the party and explained curious happenings in the Academy library, reports of individuals suddenly gaining an interest in studying conjuration spells, as well as the occasional skittering noise many assume is just rats. After hearing enough rumors about it, the group headed down to the docks to learn about the bizarre nightmares and terrible sleep sailors have been reporting. Artigan, with a cup of chili, also noted that some folks have been waking up with more gumption and bravery that they then quickly regret after tackling challenges they clearly weren't prepared for. The group now walks into a tavern nearby to get their own cups of chili, and any more leads, I guess.
Chili's lead.
Chili is a lead. It's like weirdly not as big of a lead as you might expect, but like it could be.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Oops, that's the wrong one. Jesus, I'm on fire with music.
Beam of chili.
Hardcore, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are entering this nice little tavern. It doesn't even really have a name. It's just known as Tavern by the Docks. That's literally all anyone. It's just a place where sailors go after a long trip, and also because it's a little rowdier, or it can be allowed to be a little rowdier compared to the rest of Leviara. So you see some more rough and tumble individuals here. And on stage, there's just this nice young drow lady who's singing a very simple song, a sea shanty of sorts. Kind of expecting more people to get involved, and there's a couple that are adding on, but not a lot.
No.
But she doesn't seem to mind. She's like, hey, I'm still getting paid.
It's the tavern.
It's the tavern. But yeah, Artigan comes up and sets his cup on the table. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just filling me up. Yeah, okay. And they reach back and take their little ladle of chili and pour it into the
Chili
cup.
out of one of those wine bottles.
Oh, this one's vintage. You don't want that.
Ew.
Yeah. Artigan takes this little chili cup and steps out of the way.
Chili,
Yeah.
chili.
Oh, wow, she just cut in line.
There's no line. We're clearly a mob.
Fine, you order for us.
All right. 4 chilies.
Yeah.
That wasn't very hard, Red Path. I don't know why you said it like that.
They bring back 4 cups of chili, and the cost is just like negligible. It doesn't really matter. Let's be real with ourselves here.
Cost of this chili is our souls.
Dear, like, I've ordered 4 chilies, as was agreed upon. Maze did not want a chili.
He did not want a chili. Yep.
Yes, indeed,
that's
we're
funny.
going to split a chili.
Maze is the first one Dia hands a chili to.
It's been 40 seconds.
Walks past Red Path. Nash, here's yours.
Hey, Maze,
Thank
you want to
you.
hand me that and I'll just give it to Nash?
Yeah.
Thanks. Here you go, buddy.
All right. He's dual-wielding chili now.
Wow, I have 4 chilies.
All right, Red Path, here's your chili that I got to you nice and fast because I got up here fast to order and then ordered fast and got the chili fast, so I don't know what your problem was.
Thanks, Dia.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, Artigan just kind of moseys on over. He's like, we'll just grab a seat. Y'all don't mind. And he just grabs it and drags it over and plops himself down. But yeah, no, so this is a place if you wanted to ask more about it, I guess. And just shrugs.
Is there, like, only one tavern by the docks, and this is it? There's no ambiguity?
He nods. Yeah, I mean, there's like other ones, but this is the one that most commonly is popped by.
Mm-hmm.
This
Not
is
to
the
mention-
nice one.
Yeah, this is one of the nicer ones. It's also got the most guards, just in case it gets rowdy. Not to mention the ship with the most sailors that have reported these instances is closest to this tavern. So if you're looking for any in particular, they're probably around here.
What was the... I don't know if you said it and I've just instantly forgotten. What was the name of that ship?
It's just known as Wave Cutter.
Wave Cutter. I mean, it's an appropriate name for a boat.
Yeah, it's not like clever, but you know, like there was a boat that docked here not too long ago, known as the Drifting Sunset. Gorgeous piece of work that one was, but it didn't look like a cargo ship. I don't know what the heck it was. It looked almost military, but didn't seem affiliated with anyone. But that ain't important.
I feel like, out of character, I feel like we've heard that name before, or am I
It's
crazy?
the East ship.
It's the East
Okay,
ship,
yeah.
the one that is. Yeah, it's run by Captain Eliza Brisk.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we just, like, bother one of these tables, see what they know, or...
Yeah. I mean, that feels like the only way to really get this going.
Yeah.
Excuse me, folks!
Everyone stops and looks.
Does anybody know about the weird stuff that's been going on down around here?
Any of you folks from the Wave Cutter?
Yeah, a couple of them actually hold their hands up, and this big Samir fellow stands up and looks at y'all. Yeah, I participate on that ship. What you need?
Do you mind giving us just a little rundown of what's been going on there? We're trying to see if we can figure anything out about that.
Oh, aye. You're interested in the cursed cargo.
Yeah.
Right. Or it's strong opener. It's not nearly to that level. And he kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose.
Oh,
and
we'll
you
cut
can
the
see,
music then.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Sorry, darling. Can you turn that off? Oh, I'm sorry. I really thought. No, it's fine. Thank you, though. And the drow woman goes back to playing a different song. Right. It's the Wave Cutter. No. But,
Oh, this joke's gonna get old real quick.
Yeah, we're already there. But this Samir fellow comes over and kind of like wipes his eyes. Right, yeah. So Wave Cutter is known for bringing some. I mean, you seem like riffraff, if I'm being perfectly honest. Artigan just like winks. So, like I say, this Wave Cutter occasionally takes over some more dubious things. Nothing like truly illicit, but things that normally aren't welcomed for that part. Meaning some of it is rather confidential. And I know we had this one piece of cargo that we've actually dropped off at the warehouse not far from here. Ever since, we have just been having the worst night's sleeps. And I mean, we actually had a good mate of ours, Hunch. He went to jail recently.
Oh, that's no good.
No, yeah, he got real bold for his britches and just started seeing, I bet I could fight all these guards, and so he tried. Really, really bad considering what happened just the other day.
Yeah.
So he's in Hushstone now. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna get him out of there.
What, obviously you probably didn't look inside the crate, I imagine, but about how big was this cargo, and do you know if it was for anybody in particular?
He shrugs. I couldn't tell you which one in particular it was, but a lot of our cargo that we brought in, it was, we don't fully keep track of, or at least not unless you're the captain who's in Hushstone right now. Near about, and he kind of puts his hands out, and it's probably a good, like, 3 feet across and then like 2 feet up. So it's a pretty good sized box. But it's not like monstrously huge. That's the average size, and we do have some that are probably bigger than that table. My money is it's some artifact that shouldn't be here, and now we're getting cursed by Nisei or some bullshit.
Funky. And it's still at the warehouse, but if we went and inquired about it, I guess we wouldn't really know where to begin if all we could say was a piece of cargo.
Right. Well, and also, if you're not a part of any ships, you probably won't have access to that cargo.
Yeah, we don't really have any authority to be rooting. Well, I suppose we kind of do.
Right. Well, if you got permission from someone at the portmaster's office.
Yeah, no, we technically do have jurisdiction for that, yeah. I would think so.
He shrugs. I don't know what you people do.
I don't know
Pride
your
is the one
life.
who brought it up to us, and he wouldn't just be like, oh, this is an interesting thing that's happening, if he didn't want somebody to deal with it.
Sure, Pride. Well, sure. Yeah. Why not?
Red Panther's mostly talking to the rest of the people at his table, but he just nods at this guy like, yeah.
Yeah, good on you for participating.
You get the feeling this guy is very much like, if I'm present and you're talking, I'm involved.
Right. No, I get you, man. And it sounds like your ship has something of a habit of cursed cargo.
Well, I wouldn't say it's incredibly common, but there was this time we transported a pair of boots that one of the magical families wanted, and it was, I wouldn't say they were cursed, but they attracted rats, a lot of rats.
Rat
And
boots.
they were rat boots. They were weird because, like, one of our boys tried wearing them, and he fell off the boat, and then all the rats swam out and captured him, and then became a little raft for him to come back. This is a real magical item. I didn't make this up. It's the best item I've ever seen. And a hint, it might be here in this adventure somewhere. Please find it.
Time to go and get us some rat boots.
Please find the rat boots, says the GM.
Quest added. Find the rat boots.
They'll do what we want.
But
No,
it's one of
it's-
those, like, unmarked Skyrim quests.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what this is, but he shrugs. Right, but well, you do what you want.
Right, well, thank you.
Alright, this is just a Radiant quest. You see, in the warehouse, we've got a cursed item.
But we've also transported liquors and things of the sort from across the pond that some of the more fancy rich folks like to have that aren't. It's not even that they aren't allowed here, but they're pretty expensive and could be associated with some dubious folks in Behemoth.
Mm-hmm. And there's no reason to just to put your neck on the line too much for a good drink. May as well have someone else do it.
Correct. No.
Has
There's
there
also-
been any, just a quick question, has there been any consistency to what kind of crew members have been afflicted by this? Has it been people only in certain roles, just people who work on the deck, people who work below?
Or
was
just
it people who
everybody?
directly touched it, yeah.
He thinks about that. It's a wee bit at random. I'll roll him. I'll give him like a almost like perception check to like really think about. Oh well,
Nice try, buddy.
not entirely certain. I mean, I've certainly had my fair share of terrible night's sleep, but I've definitely had some curious, spooky dreams, but it's one of those things where you wake up and you don't really remember them, you know? What about you? Points over at this jellyfish fellow. Yeah, no, I had a pretty bad one the other night, and I remember it being real dark and spooky. And when I did wake up, I was playing Five Finger Fillet, and now I can't anymore. He points, and he's only got 4 fingers.
Oh,
Oh.
that's really terrible, okay.
Right, yeah. So I don't know why. I did make a good amount of money while I was, I guess, sleep gambling.
So you think that's the same phenomenon as like the guy who thought he could pick a fight with 20 guards, that the people might not even be conscious while they're doing it?
This Samir fellow puts his hands on his hips and nods. Aye, yeah, no, it's weird. I feel like he was a little bit more lucid for it, but...
So it's
Even
not
the-
entirely violence.
No, it's not always entirely violence. It's just, I mean, there's also been folks who climb to the top of the mast who are terrified of heights and things like that.
Seems to just be bursts of unwarranted courage.
Hmm. And the common misconception that we have on the seas, never mix bravery with stupidity.
Right.
And this is a lot of stupidity that is brave. So, he shrugs.
It's so weird. Anything else weird going on? Like, simultaneously at the same time? Just a small thing. Anything out of the ordinary?
He thinks about that.
And that's a good point, too. Was any of this occurring while you were en route, or did it just begin when you got into port?
I mean, there were certainly times while we were at sea. You know, if we were having an especially bad storm or rocky waters, that we'd have a couple of folks who were acting real pompous in the morning and things like that. But it wasn't until we actually dropped off all of our cargo that we were really starting to feel it, and things have calmed down since, thankfully. But a lot of folks just don't even want to be on the boat at the moment. Superstitions and all that.
Makes sense.
Oh, nice. And now that you've brought whatever this cargo was in, is it still, as far as you know, only your crew that's being affected like this?
He thinks about that. Oi, you lot have heard anything else? And this half-orc woman kind of leans back in her chair. Yeah, I mean, I think I've heard a couple of nearby Blue Jay talk about it, and even a few keepers. Basically, anyone that's been hanging out in the docks, it's been cropping up more and more, but thankfully, people on ships themselves have been a little more tame. So, he looks back. So if I were to guess, it's probably in that warehouse not too far from here. But again, either you're going to need permission from a port master, and if you want to know specific crates and things, you'd have to talk to Lenny.
Who's Lenny?
Lenny Hunch.
Oh.
The man himself.
Right. And you guys have actually heard the name Lenny Hunch before.
How have we?
Yes, it was brought up very briefly. He is an individual that broke into the Horde of House Hersif and got not super far, but
Okay.
he didn't get stopped too
Oh,
early.
he's one of those two. I
Two
see.
birds, one stone.
Wait. So this Hunch character broke into the Horde of House Hersif and picked a fight with a bunch of guards. Was that one incident? Or
No.
did he
Horde of House Hersif was
Probably years ago.
years ago.
Oh, okay. So
And I'm sure
Yeah.
they were all too eager to throw him back in jail.
Yeah. So chances are this fight happened, and it wouldn't be surprising if a Hersif overheard and was like, "Can you do something about this?"
Well, thank you so much for your insight.
Right. So what are you guys doing now?
Chili.
yeah,
Good
chili
chili.
first, and then I think we should go to the warehouse and see what we can find out about this cargo.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, me. My name is Asher.
Okay. Thank you for your help, Asher.
He just gives a little thumbs up and smiles, and you see the Samir's kind of unique, where he's actually kind of got like a snow beard and hair.
Mm-hmm.
He's still very water themed and all that, but yeah, he's a little.
My guy's staying in here so he doesn't melt when he goes out.
Right. He just like kind of rocks back and forth on his feet. So, what else
Oh,
you
he
need?
He wants money, doesn't he?
I don't know if he even does. I think he's just thinks he's part of our social circle forever now.
That's that was all of the business. You can return to your conversation now.
Sure.
Right, well, we're gonna get going, so, you know.
Of course, busy folks, sure.
Yeah.
You know, I was quite helpful, I thought.
Yes, you were very... Would you like something from us?
Oh, I hate to impose.
I told you wanted money.
Alright, hold on.
Give him your chili.
I gave that to Nash. It's not...
No,
It's
no,
already
that's
gone. Both
that's-
of Nash's chilies are gone.
Sorry, that wasn't in character. I was just saying to Lamp, just give him your chili.
Here, 50 gold for your winning personality.
Fuck me, lovely.
You way overpaid this motherfucker.
I hope we go
He's
to
gonna
walk
follow
out.
us around like
Yeah,
a
no, I hope-
dog for handouts.
And he still follows us, not even for handouts, but just because it turns out we were both right. He wanted money, but also he considers himself to have joined the party.
I mean, hey,
So fucking weird.
I love extra help, but
Right, wow. Well, I got paid today. What'd you lot do?
Watched you get paid.
Oh, that's right. Dia will give 10 gold as well to the jellyfish
Oh,
person who spoke up. Thank you.
well, thank you, man. Oh, that's... Wow. He didn't say anything else. He's just like, that's real nice. You didn't need to do that. Much more courteous than Asher.
Well, it feels like if we're paying that guy that much, then least we can do.
Yeah, I gotta hang out with you guys more often. You know, I could have swore there was someone else who was very informative.
Oh,
but-
yeah, Yelp.
No, don't. I'm just being, you know what, I'm being like you. I'm being a little shit.
Wow.
wow.
Oh, come on now.
So, a quick proposal. We could very well go immediately to, you're free to go if you don't want to start hearing about our goings-ons and becoming involved in what we're doing.
I mean, I've still got some chili, and I won't lie, I have a little bit of curiosity, but don't expect me to do anything.
That was
Oh,
not
no,
an
we wouldn't ask you
expectation.
that. Too dangerous.
So, we could simply go to the warehouse and try and see what we can find. But at this point, I would maybe advise at least a little bit more caution than that. We don't really know the parameters of being cursed by this thing, and I don't think unwarranted confidence would really benefit us in our goings-ons, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It might behoove us to try and get a hold of this Captain Hunch fellow.
Yeah, the only problem with that is if he's in the prison, we know when our opportunity is going to be, and it's probably not until tomorrow.
I feel like this is probably something that can wait until then, lest we blunder in there and all get unknowingly cursed for the duration of our time here in Leviara.
I guess that's fair. Well, in that case, do you want to go grab some lizards?
Yeah,
Their
that's
eggs, rather?
That seems a fair line of action.
Ooh, lizards, huh? Takes another
Yeah,
bite of his chili.
we're searching for some adaptoddles.
Oh, you're probably going over to that little cave then, yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't actually check our map. We don't need boat access to get there. We can just walk, right?
You absolutely need a boat.
You're gonna need a boat.
We're gonna need a
But
boat.
I happen to know someone who could give you a little transport.
Ah, what do you want money for that?
No, really all I'd ask for is, I don't know how long Oleander's gonna take.
Are you supposed to wait here for him?
Yeah, but, like...
He'd probably be pretty pissed if he found out that not just you gave a ride on one of his boats to people, but specifically us.
Yeah, but he couldn't make a public stink about it.
I mean, is Oleander your boss, or is it technically Amaranth, because she's technically the head of the house now, right?
He puts up a finger. Ooh, common misconception. Oleander is still head of the house. Amaranth is in charge of the Horde of House
Oh,
Hairship.
just the Horde.
Yeah,
Okay.
but listen, like, looking at Amaranth, that is a woman of ambition. And she absolutely wants to be the head of the house, which I don't like to get involved with politics too much, but I think it'd be better with her in charge.
I don't think you're alone in thinking that.
Yeah.
Are there perhaps any of the Hersif boats that are kind of like specifically designated for ferrying people or things to and from the Horde? Like, in other words, are there any boats that are actually under her command?
Oh, I mean, he gestures like that boat is like technically supposed to be for most specifically going to the Horde, but they are also used to go to other estates and things of the sort. This isn't like a personal Oleander boat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then fuck him if it's not his own boat.
Yeah, I mean, he owns the boat. Like, I should make that clear. The Hersifs they weirdly don't believe in the necessity of having, like, a personal boat.
Yeah, but if he comes back and sees that boat is gone, he's just gonna assume it's gone to the Horde of House Hersif, right?
Yeah, I can't always lie. Yeah, I mean, he did make me wait like a whole 2 bowls of chili.
That's true. This is clearly his fault.
He pulls out a little watch and thinks, you know, I've only been out here for like 30 minutes at this point. So, and the boat ride is like probably only 5 or 10 minutes, and 5 or 10 minutes back. Yeah, if you guys are all right with me dropping you off and then I come back, just in case for Oleander's sake. Or actually, hold on. Let me go talk to. I came here with another person actually from the Horde. You see Artigan go up to the dock. Hey, Mitch! And Ifrit comes over. Yeah? You mind waiting for Oleander? I'm going to do a little side gig to help some folks, you know, in the Hersif name. Make them look good. Oh. Yeah, all right, yeah. You want this boat? Yeah, it's already set up. I'll take this one. You can get another one. He looks back at you guys. Oh, come on.
This is very interesting. He's much more outspoken than he used to be.
He's been very helpful. I appreciate it.
Yes, he's bizarrely helpful. I think
his
the
demeanor
city's
seems
done good for him.
His demeanor seems to telegraph that he wouldn't want to be very helpful, but he's been nothing but.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy just walks on by. Well,
sorry, I was trying to get out of his way. Ah!
Hersif family is happy to assist you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, come on. He jumps on the boat. All righty. Cool beans. So once everyone's done moving, yeah.
Yeah, we know the drill.
We know that. We know how.
Set up in the squiggly Tetris piece formation.
Yeah. Okay.
An auspicious form.
It's efficient.
Okay. So, you guys are gonna go off like somewhere over here, basically, more or less.
Wow.
Wow.
And then I'll have a little art again, so you guys have someone to talk to. What music do I want to have? Yeah, as you guys approach the little island, or not island, but this little cave, you do notice that as you even get closer, there's like it's actually kind of beautiful. There's this kind of slow changing of colors from the inside. Like there's this really nice kind of red crimson, and then it kind of fades out for this really like gentle blue, and then that blue fades out to a bright purple. And Artigan sets the boat up to the side of the cave. Yeah, well, here you go. And since I got Mitch taking care of Oleander, I can just hang out here for a little bit if you want. How long do you think this will take?
We have no idea.
We have no idea. I recommend you don't come in here after us, even if you hear strange sounds.
Yep.
Tell
you what, if I hear 3 strange sounds, I'm assuming you're dead and I'm leaving.
If you hear... Okay, should we have like a code for get the boat ready?
How's
I
about
think-
get the
Okay,
boat
get the
ready?
boat
we'll,
ready.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'll probably be screaming, "Get the boat ready!" as
Yeah,
we
yeah,
flee
yeah.
from a horde of
Uh-huh.
angry lizards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alright.
if there's enough strange sounds that we're worried about it, we'll give a shout. You'll know that we're still alive or not.
Cool. Alright, yeah. Well, best of luck with all that then.
Thumbs up.
Alright. So you guys hop off of the little boat, and here I'll get some dungeon music. I'll do this.
Oh yeah.
Guys, how long has it been since we found a dungeon?
It's been a bit. I mean, it depends on how you define dungeon.
A dungeon, yeah.
Like the
Oh, wow.
the basement at the Elysiotes was kind of a dungeon.
Kind of a dungeon.
Oh,
That's a
that was
dungeon.
a dungeon. That was definitely a dungeon.
Yeah, I had a box text and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
So-
in a more traditional sense, you know, this seems very dungeon. Anyway, yeah.
So a piece of this map is not loading well for me at all. I don't know why it's doing that.
I hate it when
It's
that happens.
Looks okay to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you guys come on in, and it's really interesting. Like as you're walking deeper into this cave, and it's like a weirdly deep cave. You get these like brushes of warm air, and then that suddenly shifts to kind of a colder one, and then there's a point where you're like, that smells like a storm.
Ooh.
And then there's also this like pulsing of green occasionally, and accompanied with like kind of a weird, sulfur is the wrong scent, but like it's
Brimstone.
kind of a brimstone, but like it's very very acidic.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you're free to move as you please. You do notice like as you are going, like you don't have to worry too much about having like a light source, because along the walls there are many unrefined rift crystals.
Wow.
They seem like they'd be a little dangerous to mine, just because like even like as you kind of walk and you drag your hand across the wall, just because it's a nice texture. If you happen to go across like a red one, you'll suddenly notice that it like grows brighter, and then there's like a little bit of embers come off of it, but nothing to hurt you. It's like
Here, wait, everybody stop for a second, just so I can get acclimated with this.
He's gonna cast Lay of the Land in here just to make sure, like, he's got an idea of like, oh, this cave goes down for fucking miles, or there's a giant fucking crevasse like 50 feet ahead of us, that kind of thing. He just wants
Sure.
to be like, is this a big cave? Is this a scary cave? So he's gonna place his hand on the wall and
okay.
so 1 mile per it's big, it's big.
Okay.
Cast a level. Maximum.
Oh yeah, it gives you a
Okay.
bonus on your knowledge geography.
Yeah.
Which we also I kind of nixed.
Yeah, no,
knowledge
because knowledge
geography.
geography is literally too specific.
For me, that's knowledge nature, and I think
Okay.
that's reasonable.
Okay, so that's gonna be.
Or even survival, I think would be acceptable.
Let me see. Do I have survival? Same thing. So it's +5 on that then.
And
Yeehaw.
didn't Flair also mention she could make certain things for us with rift crystals?
Not specifically, but if you found like enough refined rift crystals and were able to bring it with you, you could probably bring it to like Tathelvir, and if he can't make something from it, or actually even Amaranth, if they can't make something of it, they'd probably pay you for it.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we just need to find the good rift crystals and not the dubious ones.
The dubious crystals. Okay. So you kind of zone out for a moment and process your surroundings. And this cave system is impressively large. It looks like there is this massive river system that goes through the cave that leads out to another part of the cliffside of Leviara. Not too close to civilization, but it does actually lead to one of the more beautiful waterfalls that cascade out to the side. Let's see here. It does actually also go deeper upward and like going up into the cliffside. You're quite confident it doesn't directly connect into Dooley-Doo, any of the like inside the cliff neighborhoods. But if you had an excavating team, it probably wouldn't be too hard to connect the two.
Well, that sounds like a bad venture, and one I'm not going to bring up to any
private
ambitious
tunnel
nobles.
into elemental crystal lizard death cave.
Well,
I
you know, if anything, I imagine the ones who would be the most interested in that would be the Lurie family, and they're probably the best pick of the litter. But regardless, yeah, be careful. There's going to be a lot of water in here.
Yes,
that makes sense.
I think before we get too far, Dia is going to cast a couple spells of her own. Given that we're planning on trying to align these things to cold to grab their eggs, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast Resist Energy Communal for cold on us. So that'll last for 20 minutes. A person, more or less, hopefully long enough to get in and get out.
Man, I'm amazed Roll20 doesn't have like just the basic elemental icons for the little tabs on the side.
Yeah.
That just seems like something that they would,
Well, I mean, you can modify these yourself. You can put them in, but yes, they should just be here in general.
And
Also,
then
we have Frozen Orb.
Frozen Orb.
I just want to check super fast.
Yes.
Is Discord making people robot a little bit for anyone else?
No.
Not that I've heard.
No.
Okay, then I'm going to roll with it and I'll be fine because I don't want to
Okay.
fuck around with the server too much. Cool.
And then the other thing is, if we stay together, I mean, these are creatures. They might have a good sense of smell, a good sense of hearing, but no sense in making it too easy for us to get ambushed. Dia will go ahead and also throw up a invisibility sphere centered on herself.
We
Classic
love
maneuver.
invisibility sphere here.
All right,
Sure.
so now here's my quick curiosity that need be quelled. What is our plan of attack going to be here? Because obviously these are creatures and they are particularly dangerous. Are we going to be dealing with them, or is this just going to be a smash and grab minus the smash?
Well, I mean, I don't see any reason to come storming in here and killing a lot of creatures if we don't have to. What we really just need the eggs.
I'd say what we can do is find our way in here. If we can spot at least a few of the adults or the juveniles, observe them for a bit, and then come up with a plan based on that.
It just seems unlikely that we'll be able to get away with this without at least a little bit of violence, considering that we'll be literally stealing their babies, and animals typically don't appreciate that.
You're probably right, but...
Also thought Alchemist said reaction better if hit them with the cold and then they spread it to egg.
Yes. She also mentioned to keep in mind that these things are fiercely territorial.
Yeah.
So if we do spot them, we're going to want them to not spot us back.
The good news is, hopefully that means even if we come in here and stomp on their stuff a little, hopefully once we're away, they're not gonna follow us.
You see something kind of pop out of this. It's not like shallow water, but it'd probably go a little under your knees. So this is difficult terrain at this point. But you see this little creature up here, and it just kind of like whap, whap, just like opens its mouth. And here, just so everyone has like a better view of this little guy.
Wow.
Yep. And he's got his like very, very curly tail. And then it's then you notice that there's actually another one just like hanging off of the wall. And it too is going, whap.
Yes, check the ceiling if you can. I'm sure these things have sticky little feet.
Oh, just like me.
Just like you.
Well, we probably shouldn't mess with these, but I guess it's good to know that they're
Are
not gonna be.
Are we able to tell if these are adults or juveniles?
Looking at them, you're pretty confident that these are juveniles. They're not like full-on babies. Just because based on the descriptor of the size of the egg from Flare, these things are about the size of like a very large pumpkin. Like this is like holding a medium-sized dog almost. These fellows here. And you do notice that another one kind of pops up, and they get to the edge of the water, and then just kind of like shake and shimmy to get the water off, and they kind of like lick the stone on the wall.
Gotta get that salt.
Well, we probably shouldn't go grabbing these immediately. No need to risk alarming literally all of them right out of the gate.
Yeah, let's scope things out a bit more. Okay, so this is water, you said, and you said knee deep. Did you say?
Just a little below knee deep.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna be terribly invisible if we have to tromp through that. So why don't we see if we can squeeze along the side here?
Yep. You'll want to make sure you stay nice and close. I'm gonna roll a perception check for a couple of these little guys, but it's not really gonna matter too much, I would wager.
Being invisible gives a profound bonus to your stealth.
Yeah, no, these little guys, and even as you're going along this wall, you can see that there's like another one that has their, because they have these really curly tails wrapped around a stalactite on the ceiling, and it's like it looks like they're
sleeping.
Yeah, and they just make these really strange noises.
Are
Beautiful creatures.
Are they honk shoo or snork me me me?
When you look up at the one, they go.
Oh,
I'm gonna count that as snork me me me.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
New snore drum.
As you guys are coming around the bend, you actually hear a and there's like a flash of purple light. And you see that up here there is a little adaptodal that like they have their tongue which is extended out like a good 3 or 4 feet onto this what looks to be an electric-based rift crystal, and it just zaps the living shit out of it.
You'll learn.
It's enrichment.
Does it transform?
Instead, what you see is it like kind of bloats. Think of the like cat filled with milk meme.
No.
And then it just like rolls off like, and then it lands on the ground, and it just like, and when it hits
tummy
the
hurdy.
And when it hits the ground, you see it open its mouth, and this bolt of lightning shoots out, zaps this one who like, and then he suddenly gets zapped. All of the water gets electrocuted, and he gets really big, and now he's just floating in the water, and
No.
lightning is coursing off of him.
The trepidation of this environment. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I should probably shift ping when I'm talking about.
Specific ones. Yeah, don't worry. I got the gist.
Yeah, this little guy, he was up here, and then he like whap.
Life makes some curious choices. One assumes if these creatures hadn't chosen to live right next to a bunch of rift crystals, they wouldn't need these amazing powers of adaptation to live.
I would assume that normally they don't live in this exact environment, and it's a little more useful.
Yes, this is very odd now that I think about it. It's not usually that you'd find a cave just filled with... This is very geographically nonsensical. What the hell?
There's another one that comes up, and like it almost weirdly it comes up and looks at the one that got electrocuted and then the one down in the water, and it's like like bites the crystal.
It's
I can
enrichment.
do that.
Gets fully electrocuted, and it like it's got big tummy. And then it walks over, and it, like, you see it once again. It's like about to fall off, and instead it just like lays here.
These things seem very easy to put into a scoopable state. I don't think we have to concern ourselves with it too much.
Let's see. No sign of any eggs yet. I guess keep your eye on if there's anything that's been kind of whipped up into a nest.
I mean, I'm just kind of on the lookout for a big one. I want to see what we're working with.
Yeah.
You see
And
this.
NC big one might be near nest. Guard it.
Usually that is the case.
You see this little guy come around the corner, and he is also like just an inflated little dude, but you notice that his color has changed. Around the rims of the eyes and the mouth, there's kind of this like frosty effect, and every time it opens its mouth, there's this like cold air that comes out. But he too is having some trouble waddling around.
Ugh. Puberty sucks for all sorts of species, no matter what. Everyone has a hard time.
Yeah, he just like lays on his side. And he's just like, looks like they're actively, like almost like a hairball.
God, these things just exist in a perpetual state of indigestion. I feel so bad for them.
He's gonna hork up a snowball, isn't he?
And you see an icicle just slam into the stonework and would have probably impaled someone, and it would have been really bad. And it looks like he's doing a little better, but like,
They can adapt to anything, but must have a case of indigestion first.
I can't believe you've made a cave of tummy hurty.
Truly the
being
most
very brave.
diabolical dungeon. Let's see. It would be best if we could get up higher. Maybe on that ledge or on that that little rocky natural bridge up there.
That looks very unstable to me.
Well, I think we should probably just work with what nature gave us. I don't see a better bridge.
I could maybe reinforce it a bit.
Which way is this water flowing?
the water is flowing eastward.
Okay.
So it is coming in from
the north up here, I guess.
Yep, and then it goes down like a dat.
Hmm.
It looks like when the water goes into this kind of like, I wouldn't call it a lake, but
Basin.
this, yeah, it does slow down quite a bit. But based on, looking at just this river alone, this looks like it would go up to your waist, this water.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's this guy up to, if anything?
He looks like he is
Doing his taxes.
Looks like he's just kind of like hanging out, and you notice at one point there is like this kind of large insect that's flying on by, and his tongue grabs it and comes to his mouth. Very pleased with himself.
Yes, correct. Eat insects. They nourish you. Don't eat the raw elements.
I mean, like, clearly they're enriched in some way by eating the raw elements.
I suppose. Okay. What do we think? Sneak around behind this fellow? Or go down the ledge or across the bridge?
We're gonna have to cross a land bridge somewhere, so...
Okay.
Okay, why don't we,
Can I judge the structural integrity of this bridge, whether or not it is fit for 4 individuals?
Sure.
Okay, what would that
Knowledge
even be?
engineering. No.
Knowledge
like
geology.
I think like a survival or perception, I guess, would also be acceptable. Kind of just eyeball it, like, oh, how's this looking?
Could I do my knowledge geography since I have that bonus there from earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was getting acclimated to the vibe of the rock in here, whatever the fuck that means.
Okay. Eyeballing it, yeah, that should be fine. Like, obviously you don't want to be like jumping on it or anything like that.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, if we get down an army crawl, it shouldn't be too bad.
You know what? Hold on a minute.
Yeah?
Which one of you two is lighter?
Between Maze and I?
Yeah. Well, he's got that metal arm, and then you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we match.
Same. Okay. All right. You go first. Or wait, no, Maze. You go first. You're more dexterous.
All right.
But if get too far away, invisible no work.
Good point.
Yeah, so I just won't get too far away. Well, this is about where I'm capped out.
Let's lead the way. I'll stay in the middle, so if you guys just crawl right behind me,
I mean,
you should
Nash
be
isn't
okay.
gonna fall off.
That's true. Nash could literally just walk on the side of this thing and be fine, although I wouldn't recommend it as far as the weight distribution.
Yeah. Okay. Maze. It's about there that your foot catches on something that's a little different.
That's a little
From the actual
adapt-on.
Uh-oh.
There, like, it doesn't feel like stone when your foot hits, and you're smart enough that you drag it back immediately, and you notice that the stone color shifts, and it becomes more of a blue. But it's like the hand, the claw. It is not on top of you. It's hanging from under the stone. And so people that are further back can see that this, like, what looked like just rock slowly becomes this blue.
Another
And it's-
snork, me.
Yeah. And this what seems to be an adult adaptodal kind of like coils itself around to the side and looks kind of over and around. This thing is like inches from your face as it's looking, and it's like
Maze is just thinking, it's not a swamp, I won't get eaten. It's not a swamp, I won't get eaten. It's not a swamp, I won't get eaten.
I'm gonna give it another perception check. Of just like, okay, so it looks your way, and you notice that like it's about to like start sniffing, and then it hears and over here this one, and it dives into the water and immediately crawls up and kind of like nudges the little critter a couple of times, and you actually watch as this kind of, what must be like a mother or a father adaptodal like coil the tail of the creature around its claw, put another paw on like the top of it, and then yank the tail, and it just releases all of the cold air.
Party popper!
Oh,
And-
so much snow in its tummy.
Oh my god, it just burped the baby!
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they had to burp the baby.
And this little adaptodal looks up, and the mom like nuzzles them a couple of times, and then
Oh, well, we've got the chance.
Yeah.
dives back into the water.
Yeah, let's just get moving. Well, that was an interesting thing to learn.
Well,
Yeah.
keep an eye out for shapes.
Yeah, rocks that aren't rocks.
You gotta keep an eye out for shapes and colors. I can handle that.
Nash is like, what is color?
Yeah.
Don't suppose they lay their eggs in the water. That would make sense, right?
Quick question. Did that
Yeah.
critter seem to have any sort of particular scent to it? Because animals are pretty musty.
Yeah.
Or did it leave any, like, slime residue?
You notice that, like, not specifically like where its claws were. It seems like it's adapted to a point where it's like, well, I don't want slippery claws while I'm like hanging on something. But when it dove into the water and came up here, you do notice that there's a lot more of like a more slimy substance. Doesn't look like it's like sticky or anything, but it looks slick.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Okay.
do notice that like now that you're on this side, that there is more of that like sleekness on the floor.
Just all manner of goo.
Okay, well that gives us something to keep an eye out for.
Dia, you knew stuff about these, right?
I read about them in books. I haven't encountered them until now. They're a lot, they're cuter and dumber than I expected.
Well,
But I'm about it. I'm about it.
that's not really the source of my question. I figured you'd be approving of these things. Do you know if they lay their eggs in water or not? Because we're probably gonna have to dive in at some point.
You can confirm, Dia, that they do lay their eggs near the water. They try to make sure it's close to the water just because.
Near the water is common, but this is moving water, so I'm skeptical they'll be in the water because they'd have to anchor them somehow to not just have them get washed away. But
Good point.
let's check out the islands in this little basin up here. That might be a good starting point.
Red Path,
Oh fuck.
you take a step and you just hear as this little thing that was like practicing its cloaking to turn into the rock sporadically changes into a dozen different colors.
Oh no!
And it like looks around. Like makes this awful sound as there's some splashing in the water.
Let's leave.
Yeah, Maze just like yanks Red Pat's like, move.
Oh, what have I
As
done?
another one comes up, and this one comes over, and it does start to come towards you guys.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to back toward the bank of the river.
We
here.
move as one.
I'm gonna. Oh boy, yeah, you gotta. Oh, that's some slippery.
Yeah, no, this is a bad scene, but you know.
Can I have each of you? I think most specifically, like Dia and Nash, make me like dex checks. This is like a balance because you're noticing now that these adults seem to climb up these rocks frequently, so these are like very slick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if feel like I'm gonna slip, Nash is just gonna like clench his feet
This
for
is gonna
spider climb.
This is gonna be so funny. Dia's going to fall. It's just gonna be yanked away by the current, and we'll all be here, visible.
No, it's. Oh yeah, I forgot about that second part. I was gonna say no, it's fine. If the river washes me away and they're all like blah and chase after me, then you guys can kidnap out the big.
For sake of ease, I think this would actually just be a reflex save.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think that would make the most sense.
A dex check, thank God.
Okay. And then Nash, if I can get one from you as well.
Oh, that's another one.
So, Dia and Nash, you both take a step and like some rocks go tumbling off, and you lose your footing for a moment, but you quickly brace off of one another, almost causing both of you to topple in. But then Maze and Red Path are able to grab you both to like keep you in place. And this Adaptodal comes on over, and they both look over this little guy. They actually at one point like flip him like a pancake just to like double check where the injury is, and they start like and sniffing them.
Smell like bread.
Suddenly you just see it vanish. And this one actually like crawls up to the stonework, and you see it like sit on its hind legs like a meerkat and just like start looking around.
How does their hearing seem to be? Is their hearing like impressive, or is it just standard? Because this place is just rushing water here, so
Yeah. Dia, because you rolled so high in this, and you probably, as we were going over it, party of this, these guys actually have pretty impressive hearing. And you do notice that like the weird little flap things on the side of its head, two of them on each side like open up, and they start like wiggling in different directions, and it seems like they have been adjusted to be impressive ears.
It's hard to imagine that these creatures would be bad at anything given the nature of them.
Yeah. Okay, Dia's gonna reach back for Nash Give Nash's like forearm a little squeeze and like a tug to indicate that we should start moving without having to say anything out loud.
Baby chain.
Yeah.
We start baby chaining.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you're going, you can see more of like the little adaptoddles. Like there's one that's just like going down the current and then like hits this rock and just hangs off of it, and just they look very pleased with themselves.
Oh.
Surf's up!
Cowabunga.
Okay.
This is unrestrained summer fun.
Continuing to keep an eye out. Any sign of eggular activities near the shore here?
You notice that there are a handful here.
Ping.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will ping once I visualize them. There's one here.
Oh.
And then there are a bunch over here.
No, you go on.
I was just going to say, you do also notice that there is, like, a couple of little ones that, like, hang out by the eggs. It looks like their role is to just, like, kind of keep an eye on them, and you notice, like, these little guys will occasionally walk up and pat them and like, coil their tail around them to keep them toasty and things like that.
Them. Yep, still an egg.
Yeah, more. I mean, that is, like,
It's a very
deepest
important
part of
job.
it. Yeah, that's the thing you're noticing. There's a shitload of these little guys just kind of like bopping around.
Yeah, no, Maze did run through his head, just like, I hope this isn't an endangered animal, and that thought has thoroughly been quashed. Just like, no.
They're not an endangered creature. It's just that it's one of those things where you don't really find them, because once they find a location, they don't mosey around.
So here's the thing. I feel like these little guys are the kind of creatures that their own, like, infant mortality rate is super high just because they're so, like, I will eat rock and explode.
I'm resistant to everything. I can't die.
Oh, you know, humans.
Yeah.
So, do I, from my prior knowledge check, do I know about how much the eggs tend to weigh at the size they're at?
Yeah, so the eggs, when they haven't, like, hatched or anything like that, and they still have, they're goo. They're probably a good, like, 15, 20 pounds.
Ooh.
Okay. This is a full creature with a lot of, like, liquid on the inside. It's actually a little lighter than you might have expected. The other annoying thing is that looking at them, they look pretty slick.
Okay, so these boys are not mage handable, and I think we'll probably need to put them in a bag of holding or something. They're not going to be very practical to just carry like watermelons.
Certainly not. That's the beauty of extra-dimensional storage, though. Oh god, please move forward.
Sorry, I was looking at my character sheet to see if I had anything.
You don't.
Fuck you!
You don't know me.
Can I get a perception check from you guys?
Yes.
I'll see.
Oh, all right.
I'm not even gonna fucking.
Nash, with that, you'll get a lot more information than one would normally expect.
What do you mean?
So, this one I don't have to ping. You know that there is one hanging off of the wall. And it is fully cloaked to match the stone structure next to it. You also notice this one. You thought it was just like a little mound, but it is actually one that is sleeping, if you had to guess. And you do know that there's at least one more in the water swimming between the eggs.
Okay, well that's not too hard because then we can just track the way the water moves.
It's moving water.
Yeah, Nash. Can we see each other?
No.
Yeah, I think I think he's going to grab Dia's, hand that he's baby chaining with, and, point it at the
clever.
creatures. You know? Point it at the
Yeah,
locations.
that is very clever.
Oh, smart boy.
And then he'll do it with the maze baby chain hand.
Why are you? Oh, what is? Oh,
Okay, well, what is our plan of attack here, do you guys reckon? We're, I mean, I assume, I can't really think of a plausible way to maintain stealth during and after purloining eggs.
No,
Even if we were invisible, and even if we could silence somehow, they would notice eggs vanishing.
Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to get away with that. I think the primary ghost trick is trying to purloin the eggs after they have been colded by their parents.
alternatively, if there was a way that we could distract as many of the adults as we could, to get them to go to a different part of the cave while somebody else slips the eggs.
Well, I guess I could... Oh, that's right. I might have something that could help here. So, Dia does have a relatively high-level illusion spell prepared, Persistent Image, which is an illusion with visual, auditory, olfactory, and thermal components that I can script and then not have to concentrate on.
This doesn't sound so much like an illusion as it does a real thing.
No.
But if you don't believe it, then it stops being real, so it's an illusion even though it can smell and has
think.
Okay. Well, there's a large clutch of eggs. There's this large clutch and this smaller one. I don't think it's realistic to think we'll get to steal from both. So what I propose is simulate something approaching the large cluster of eggs while we swipe the small one.
Works for me.
That does sound better.
Now, as far as getting them to be elementally aligned, can you remind us exactly what we were told about the ideal way to do that?
Right. So the best way that Flair was talking about is if you can get the eggs iced up, very directly, or if possible, now that you've seen this, it probably makes a little more sense what she was talking about by letting the other adaptodal do it. Just because they temper it already, and then it makes it more they can acclimate
natural.
They can acclimate to it better, because from what you can tell with the little ones, they can handle it, but then they have tummy troubles because they just don't know how to release it. And so looking at this, you'd wager the reason they have them close to the fire crystals that was oh, you are getting more adapted to heat, and then they would probably move these eggs to another element to get them more adapted to that. But the adults, you would wager, can just get hit and just keep moving like nothing happened.
And so we were told to get at least one of them that is non-elementally aligned. Is that what I remember?
She said if you want some more versatility in what you want, you would bring one that does not have an element. But
so here's my thought. We have seen how to burp the baby. We don't have to have them be the one to do it right now, as long as we can steal a baby.
Yeah.
So take a baby and eggs, and then burp the baby.
This does somehow sound like the simplest solution.
Yeah, the only alternative I can really conceive of is grabbing the eggs, moving them to be near a cold rift crystal, and then, engaging in a kerfuffle and letting us get shot full of cold bullshit, and then
frankly,
running.
Mine sounds a little bit easier.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. Let's see if we
The
can
baby
actually...
will go.
Let's see if we can pull it off, and if we can't, then we can either try to just get shot as we're leaving, or if we're fucking dying, we can just book it and get what we can. Okay, so I think if do we need any repositioning, or shall we initiate plan distraction grab?
I feel like distraction grab is probably just going to be a go. Quick question though, how deep is this water?
This water is waist high.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still walk through it, but since it's moving, that's not trivial.
Yeah, this is all difficult terrain. I will just straight up tell you right now.
Sure.
What if I were to make us a bridge?
Just create a heavenly earthen bridge to the eggs. I mean, that doesn't sound bad.
Right over top. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. If only O'Brien were here.
Yeah.
Who the fuck needs that guy, huh?
I mean,
shoves you.
I mean, he sounds great, but
so there's been a lot of like talking near an adaptodal, so I'm gonna give it a little perception check to see if we can like. Yeah, you do notice that this little guy is like tilting his head and looking in your direction. Again, you're invisible, so like it can't do anything else. But it is like,
Yeah, okay. I think it's about time to put this plan into motion then. So, well, I'm just marking off the spells that I use. Okay, I used Resist Energy, I used Invisibility Sphere. Okay, and now, yes, I believe I will go ahead and use Persistent Image. What other wildlife have we observed since we arrived in Leviara?
none.
let's see here.
The nobles.
So,
Cow.
like, looking about you, like, you've seen your occasional dolphin or porpoise just kind of, like, out into the water. Plenty of different, like, shellfish and things of the sort. When it comes to, like, a larger creature, Leviara is pretty tame for that, besides if you went to the Laree family, which has, like, other crazy bullshit.
Conjure Betsy.
The eelhounds, go!
Oh, an eelhound. I would do
yeah,
it.
okay.
Eelhounds are something that you've probably seen bopping about.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, most of the guards seem to have one just around, like a little guard dog, eel dog, dog.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be within the realm of plausibility. You could make fucking Masquerade in here for all they care.
Yeah, so I think Dia will give a little squeeze and a push and indicate we should back up slightly to get out of this thing's way. And then as soon as we are just a little, do like this.
Mm-hmm.
Dia's gonna go ahead and cast Persistent Image.
Okay.
And the parameters of this are going to be, she's going to conjure the image of a much larger than usual eelhound.
Okay.
This has long range, so I think I'm gonna put it up. I'll put it up here, like as if it has wandered into the cave from outside.
Up where? Sorry.
Sorry, up. Oh, that's right. I can't actually shift ping for real as a player. So near this northern entrance.
Oh, I see.
I think she's
Way
gonna
up
start.
there.
She's gonna start the illusion, somewhere up in this like general vicinity, of a large eelhound, all crackling, jaw a slavering, and as if it has wandered into the cave and just spied the eggs here and is like.
Oh.
And is like moving in on them. And I guess she's been around eelhounds at points while we've been here, so she knows roughly how they smell. So she can give it a scent and body heat as well, happily.
Okay.
And then I think the script for this image that she's just gonna let go, it lasts for a minute per level, is for it to approach the eggs and then constantly, like, basically flee from anything that comes toward it while constantly keeping its eyes on the prize and kind of trying to juke around and get at these eggs no matter how many times it's warded off.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to give you control of this specific eelhound. Dia 2. Why do I have Dia 2?
You know, the sequel.
It's for her old icon.
Ah, I see. Okay. So there you go. So you should can you control this eelhound?
Yes.
Perfect.
So can I.
Oh, everyone can control. Okay. So you're not trying to hide this thing at all. So it isn't too long until the one next to you, interestingly, it doesn't immediately act. Instead, it just like digs its claws deeper into the stonework and watches it. And then Nash actually specifically hears this. It's this like high frequency sound that's similar to the what like the babies were doing, except for only Nash can hear it. And actually, Dia, because you've got some werewolf bullshit, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Where suddenly the one on this rock, like one of its little ear things perks up, and then
secrets.
It sits up, and it too looks up, watching very, very closely. And the one on this rock actually like suddenly turns and dives into the water, grabs this. I should make this clear.
Yeah.
Dives into the water as it's climbing up this rock, picks it up by the with its mouth, walks over, and then very gently sets it down, and then dives back in. And it isn't too long until you see climbing very carefully. I will ping up the waterfall very slowly, and you do notice that as it's going, its eyes are glowing, and around its mouth there is this kind of blue energy, and it just and there is this burst of cold energy. Not a great roll, but it does cover this thing in ice, and you see the entirety of the wall just become frozen.
Yeah, Dia will have the illusion react appropriately and like let out a snarl and roll further over here and turn to face the attacker.
It crawls up, and you watch as it just kind of like prowls along the way, all the while watching it exceedingly carefully. And then its tongue shoots out and hits this crystal, and you watch the body gets coursing with electricity, and it once again this blast of lightning instead, just a bolt.
I think now Dia, well, I guess Dia is Dia. I don't know exactly how much she knows about eel hounds, but I think she at least knows the general brief of they're dogs, but intermixed with electric eels. So I think rather than reacting in fear, this time she's going to have it. It takes that blast of electricity, and the energy crackles over it, and it actually grows slightly, lets out a kind of guttural growl, and begins to crackle with its own energy, as if it was like, oh, you fucked up, that was the wrong type, buddy, now I'm gonna get ya, and start advancing.
All right. You do notice that there are two little ones that are like skittering and shrieking as they try to get away. And this Adaptodal will back up and play a defensive role, and it does like let out a and like calls out to the other Adaptodal. Notably, this one dives in and comes up. And before it fully goes up, you see a tongue from the water hit the fire with crystal, and the water starts boiling around it as it then uses its tongue to latch onto the bridge above it, pull itself up, and then it and releases a fireball, essentially.
Okay. Dia's gonna have the illusionary creature dodge out of the way of this one. Because her goal, I think, it would be, it hadn't occurred to me that maybe this would be a viable strategy, but if we can convince these things that cold is the right element to use against this thing, then maybe we can get them to blast the eggs themselves.
Interesting.
So I think she's gonna have let's see. I want to keep them distracted though. I think she's gonna suddenly have it pick up a lot of speed and bound across the river and start tearing ass this way towards like where the younger ones are hanging out on this side of the cave.
Ah, alrighty. So you do that, and you see this one right next to you immediately let go of the wall and leap across. Let me make that clear. I got a ping because it's a big map.
Yeah.
This one jumps off of the wall, lands in the water, and then as it's running, its tongue latches onto the ice, gets stuck for a moment, and then it keeps going. And once it gets to probably about here, it once again just like, and this blast of cold air comes out.
Okay, yeah. She's gonna have this surge forward. It gets clipped by the blast, however, and she's gonna modify the illusion to have it kind of stagger out of that for a moment, with frost kind of having formed on it, leaving a little trail, and like give it a bit of a limp and have it snarl in defiance before leaping this way and towards this clutch of eggs.
Ah, alrighty. So this is where things get important. How tangible are we talking here?
I guess that's a good point. She can make this illusion do what she wants if they interact with it directly. Like if they try to bite it or whatever, they get a will save to disbelieve.
Okay.
They might also get a will save to disbelieve if some other circumstantial evidence suggests that this is not real. So I think rather than having it run through the water, because Dia can't make the water churn the way it should, I think she'll have it leap directly to this island.
Okay.
Just wondering, at what point should we actually
do something? I assume all of this has been happening for a bit, so now you guys have a couple of rounds to do stuff. So, what are you doing?
Redpath would like to try and make the bridge. Now, there's a 30% chance this won't work, so this needs to happen first. That is how Stone Shape works.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Stone Shape, for some god-awful, stupid-ass reason, has a 30% chance.
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, hang on, Sib. This is 30% chance that a shape including moving parts doesn't work. So if you try to stone shape like a little stone clock or something, it might
okay, alright, never mind. I can make a bridge that
You can
won't
make a
break.
bridge, yeah.
As long as the bridge doesn't have a pendulum attached to it.
As long as it's a bridge and not a conveyor belt.
That's so fucking funny. Why? That's so silly. Okay, Mabi, I'm gonna make... He will slink around Dia and basically grab her and then have him grab the rest of the baby chain to get closer to this, like, lip here.
Yep.
And then he can make 10 cubic feet per... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So basically these two lines worth of...
Okay.
And then all the way over to here, he will just make a stone bridge. It doesn't need to be fancy. It is just rudimentary caveman level of just like half a foot thick, big old bridge, and just crawls on out. And,
okay.
He's basically going to play, Watch Out. And he will basically look around and make sure nothing is rolling up on them while the others, grab the eggs and do what they can.
You notice as you make this bridge, there's one that was under the water.
I mean, it doesn't go fully to the floor. I imagine this is floating over the water, like it's like.
I thought it came
real bridge.
from it came from the ground.
No,
okay.
he's having it crawl out from the lip here. He doesn't want to bat the baby.
Yeah. Okay, I thought it was like rising from the
that would
water. Okay, so no, he's still underwater.
Okay.
Here,
But he looks up like...
Where did the sun go? Wait, we live in a cave. Never mind.
Yeah, no. In that case, then, what you see instead is this little rock platform comes out, and out of the water, and then slowly rising up like an inch at a time, this little guy.
He's attached to the bottom! Why did you do that? It was your first instinct when Rock appeared.
To lick.
To lick.
Lick and
This is
spit,
why they will
babe.
not survive the winter.
You get the feeling that these things like just actively almost kill themselves, but it like because they adapt so quickly, they eventually learn and become
Kind of
very
want that
dangerous.
one.
He's got, he's got a head on his shoulders. He's got business sense.
Alright, well, like, proceeding from this point seems pretty obvious. Nash, Maze, eggs.
Yeah.
Yep. Dia's gonna follow behind so that we can keep the invis as long as possible.
Right.
Yeah. And don't worry about him.
That
he's
guy's on the
yeah.
underside, right? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Nash
he just
crushes him beneath his heel.
You actually, you know what? This actually creates an interesting point. This little guy right in front of you, he sees the bridge and he's about to like do something, but then he sees his friend hang out from under it. And he goes under and
You had one jaw!
so now he's hanging out from under
Hot damn! A fucking bridge!
this
Quit
little guy,
aggression duty. I got a hen like a bat on an unnatural bridge.
this one is smarter. He sees the bridge, he narrows like and like walks up to this, and like you see his little hand like hit it, and then he just inflates with fire.
Not
And-
unreasonable.
And,
Okay, Repet's gonna do something stupid.
oh,
He's gonna pick up a rock and he's gonna throw it over here, so this thing goes and aims the fire towards there.
okay. I'm gonna give it a little perception check because it's dumb. Yeah, so here's what's actually happening with this guy. He has his little paw on the crystal, and he keeps like getting more fire.
Did he just explode himself?
No, he won't like full on explode. But you do watch as he's like he's like too full to do anything.
Great.
Oh.
But
honey.
Awful.
all right, yeah, no. So you approach, and you do notice that, like, looking at these eggs, the exterior of them are a red similar to the fire crystal.
That's fine.
Okay, they've already been.
Well,
Fusion
they're
blocks.
all the eggs are around the fire ones, so we should still be able to adapt them to something else after time, I assume.
And you know,
Yeah.
like fucking worst case scenario, like a fire one, we can probably still work with that anyway.
This one making so much noise, whining though, does catch the attention of the one that was still in the water playing defense. And
The
she
fucking
comes up.
music sting.
And this mama adaptodal comes over, and you see that same trick again. They put a paw down on the creature and then yank on the tail. It has absorbed a shitload of fire though. So when it goes off, it's like this like miniature explosion. Can everyone make a reflex save? This won't fuck up your invisibility, but it is to avoid getting like completely caught on fire and
indeed.
things like that. So I will roll his little breath damage.
Oh, boys, we're getting lit up.
Little man does 21 damage. The save is 17. So
Evasion,
Maze,
finally!
Finally.
you totally dodged. You're good.
Incidentally, I
Red-
took improved evasion, which means that doesn't activate right now. Awesome!
You're still hoping to take no damage instead of half damage, right?
I know, I am, but you know, just noting it now
Yeah.
that I have a failsafe, I don't fucking need it.
Okay.
Red Path, you will take 21 fire damage.
Yep.
Dia, you will take 21 fire
Yep.
damage. And Nash, you pass, so you will take half. So we'll just do 10. And you see that she immediately like picks this little goober up by the tail and
Hucks him.
doesn't throw him, but very carefully and gently walks away and sets him down on the shore.
Steal!
And like she's about to walk away, you see, and the tongue latches onto this electric crystal. And she's like, oh my god.
Every day with these kids.
God, it's like the
I think
opening
we
of...
gotta start stealing shit.
It's like the
now.
opening of the third Naked Gun, where just more and more shit starts happening, and then there's like 8 baby carriages rattling down the stairs at once.
It is like that.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any procedure for us taking these eggs, Will? Like...
Let's see here. The way that they're set up is that they are like latched into the side of this stone here. So like you are gonna need to like try and like yank them off, or using a sharp object kind of cut some of the stickiness off of it.
You guys want a kitchen knife?
I mean,
Nah.
Nash has a
I mean,
falchion, right?
it's the biggest kitchen knife of all.
Yeah,
Fine.
Nash has
So
a
fuck
falchion,
off,
and
then.
I have a grappling hook made of adamantine. I think we
Red
can handle
Pat there
this.
Red Pat there just trying to ladle eggs into the bag with his spoon.
Come on, normally this works.
Okay, so what kind of checks?
I mean, escape artist would be funny, but I don't think that's appropriate here.
Disable device, smile.
Disable device, I would accept. Just a raw strength check is also acceptable. Just like grab it, like and just like pull it off.
Yeah, I'll take disable device.
Yeah, no, it's quite easy. You're able to get in there and before it even attempts to make the water splash anymore, you grip onto it and it's a little slick. You're like, but you now have a like 18-pound egg.
Get in the bag.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with the strength route and like basically use the butt of Scream Eater to like conk at the bottom where it's latched.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. So what this
the
does
pain.
is, you smack it, boom, and this adapt auto looks over and sees that one egg is not there. And immediately leaps over. I'm going to give them another perception check. Doesn't notice you yet, but you notice that she cuts it, like gets in real close, and once again, Nash and Dia, you can hear that high-pitched frequency sound as the other adaptoddles are busy in dealing with this eelhound you've set up. Now, at this point in time, because a lot of stuff has happened, the adaptoddle on this rock bridge, you see the tongue launches outward to try and hit. So I need to. This is a will
it'll
save.
get a will save here.
Yeah. So I should probably give it the attack roll first for its tongue.
Oh, sure.
It is
I guess it might miss altogether and not make contact. I guess
It has its study bonus, and
they're slayers.
it is also a touch attack, is what this thing.
Yeah,
is.
so it'll definitely make contact. Then I think that it's an illusion, so it doesn't really have an AC. But yeah.
So it's will save.
Let's see, 20.
That's
The
like
DC
right on the cusp.
The DC is 22.
Okay. So it latches on, and you're able to modify the thing to like kind of wriggle out of the
its
tongue.
brain interprets the correct tactile thing as if it actually hit it.
Yeah, and this adaptoddle is going to sprint over because it saw how effective the ice was. Actually, it doesn't even need to go that far. You watch as like the tongue latches onto this one here, latches onto the ice, and it will once again do a big cone of cold.
Okay.
So 28 damage. Oof. And then it too is going to use its tongue to try and restrain the creature. So beep beep beep. It has also studied. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
And so now they get their little will save.
Oh, I saw that 19. Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh my
so-
god, a real eel hound.
Yeah, no, they're like,
Ah.
holy shit, what do we do?
I think, yeah, if she... Or I guess I'll wait for the other one.
Yeah, no, you see this one that's here does not move. It looks like
Okay.
they have very specific pack tactics. They're like, this is clearly a diversion of some sort, and so they're playing hardball defense.
Yep, okay. And then I think, the cold blasts over, and I think Dia's gonna have the creature kind of tumble a little bit to the edge of this and let out another howl and leap across and basically grab the side of this column and all but start bending down and opening wide to swallow egg.
Okay. So you see this little one just shriek the loudest shriek you've ever heard, and you watch his tongue like, yeah! Like,
I'm gonna get you!
it must defend its purpose, it's its job.
You're so honorable!
Okay, and then I will give him his little will save.
This Adaptodle is the last samurai.
Oh.
You're too stupid, little kid.
The tongue latches on, and it's like what really happens is it doesn't latch onto it latches onto some stone, and you watch it like like starts swinging back and forth. The mama here is going to do a full-fledged tackle. It would not let this thing get any closer,
Yep.
so it's going to
Makes
do
sense.
bite attack. It has studied. Yup.
Yep.
And so now it will get its will save.
Okay,
No.
so-
It's still real.
yeah, so I think
Wow.
D is gonna keep the illusion going with, like, it sinks its jaw in, and the eel hound lets out a big howl and starts, bleeding, crackling electrical blood, but holds fast to the side of the column and will basically, like, wrestle with this one, illusorily. Is that a word?
Sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right. So a lot of things have happened over
Magic
there.
is cheating!
What are you folks doing over here?
Well,
while
now we
all
need to
that
make a
is
decision. Are we satisfied with one egg?
One eggs. I guess so. Did I can't quite remember. Did
Flair.
Alchemist did Flair specify how much she needed to make how much? Because, like, these are big eggs, but I don't.
They are big eggs. But like if you want like the thing that she wants or the thing that you want to make, which is like the big cold blast for a big
Yeah.
area, she would probably need one full cold egg for that, just to pack that much like concentrated cold energy into it.
So in a perfect world, we would get all of these eggs.
Well, I mean, I don't think if you grab all of them, you guys are gonna have a lot of cool shit to like.
Yeah, no, in a
like,
perfect
do.
world.
In a perfect world. But if you want just the one thing,
I wish for a perfect world!
Well, if we want to live in a perfect world, we are gonna have to get this kind lady out of the way so we can steal her children.
It would having two would be a lot more useful than having one, based on one of the uses I'm imagining for it. But does anyone have ideas for how to move or otherwise neutralize this one?
I could shoot her in the eye.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. You can point blank shoot something with a gun in a cave.
I didn't say it was a good idea. It was just the first one I thought of. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm but a humble rogue. I'm limited by the things in my inventory. A spellcaster might have a bit more finesse for this scenario.
Possibly spawn a real dog.
Don't think I have anything to deal with this woman without murdering her.
Yeah, the only thing I can see in my inventory other than straight up murder is the rust bag.
The what?
I picked it up at who's his name? A Horrible Gnome Man. Stone.
No, not Toter. The halfling man, Smokey.
Oh, halfling. Yeah.
Oh.
Gnomes and halflings blur together in my head. It's a rust bag, and you pull out a ball and throw it, and it spawns a real animal. A real, not illusory animal.
This will affect the local trout population, however.
The local trout population.
The local trout population will be fine, even after we steal their children.
That's the only thing I got in my inventory other than smash and grab.
I mean, I like the sound of spawn a real animal.
But it will decimate the local trout population, unless it gets its ass kicked.
No, these things are level 10... like creatures that are up against level 10 PCs. The things that can spawn are like normal wolf.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
no,
yeah.
Like these creatures will.
Don't worry, the trout population will be unaffected.
Okay.
The trout population will eat it.
Feed the trout.
Yeah, alright, so I guess I'm going to pull out a fuzzy little ball from the rust bag and roll a D100.
Yeah, roll that D100.
This is what you use to make the dog that just gained, like, existential sentience before disappearing.
Yes. It only lasts for, like, a few rounds.
Yeah.
That's
okay, so in this cave I spawn a boar.
A boar. All right, so this is the best I've got. So where are you throwing this?
Probably like
we just need the bitch to turn around,
behind,
you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna do it.
I gotta use custom art. It's the only.
I promise it's a boar.
It's a boar.
Every adaptodal in the cave shudders with fear. Mow.
So,
this thing's gonna die from a one hit from this. We gotta grab and go.
So, what happens is you throw a boar in water that is too deep for it, so it spawns it. It just sinks into the water instantly. The adaptodal.
All right, thanks.
Tim Allen noise.
It is going to immediately do a bite attack. It has not studied this creature. Oh my god!
Wow, better him than us, huh?
It does have an element that is not studied. I need to roll that twice. Because
it survives the first half of the damage, but not the crit. If it wasn't a crit, it would have survived.
So 30 damage as this maw engulfs in flame and just slams down the boar, and it is swallowed instantly.
Hey, I'm gonna try and finesse this egg real quick.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh.
At least you have your big boy modifier, but oh no.
I'm gonna give him a perception. Oh my god! You are able to just barely snake another egg!
Okay, I think we're pushing our luck if we go for any more.
Yeah, no, let's fucking bail and steal a baby on the way out.
As we are Scooby-Dooing our way out, do we want to grab a baby just like, yoink?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
But we don't need one of these babies. We can get a farther away baby.
Okay, it is running time, boys. I'm gonna cast Blessing of Fervor on us, so you guys can pick your fucking. Take what you want from this grab bag. I personally would recommend the increased speed of 30 feet.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I'll take a baby haste.
I will say a lot of things have happened. So up here, more things are going to be transpiring because, So you watch as the Adaptodal on the pillar, with its teeth sinking deep into this eelhound, it is going to try and drag it into the water and just like slam dunk it. So I'm going to give it a combat maneuver. It has studied this creature. Yep, that would likely be enough.
Knowing that the jig may be up if the illusion ends up in the water, I think Dia's going to have the illusion and this may tip off this creature anyway, but I think she's gonna have the illusion react as if ripping itself out of the grasp as the creature goes into the water. and see if I can get away with that.
Okay. It did roll a natural 20.
So you super don't.
Yes.
So it like yanks it and it splashes into the water, sees that it doesn't have like a chunk in its mouth, and then like looks at the others. And you watch as it like climbs up on this pillar. It doesn't look at it anymore. And you watch the tongue latches to the ceiling and it hangs up there and it just starts looking, spinning around. And these other two Adaptodon are like, and the one on the bridge cloaks, and the other one runs over to the entrance where all the babies are and like starts barking and starts like rounding them up.
Hmm.
So,
well, fortunately, there's gonna be a baby in our path of escape, so.
Oh no!
The one. The unrestrained summer boy.
The chosen one.
all right.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's fucking run.
Okay, so we have that 30-foot, so we're at 60-foot movement, right? Per move?
We're
okay.
we're at 60 feet,
Or-
provided we feel like doing something else with our action, which, we might, just real quick.
Okay. So if we're still moving as a group, let's see, can I control it? No, I can't control Red Path. Okay. Yeah.
I will also say this Adaptodon notices that 2 eggs are now gone.
2 eggs are now gone.
And it shrieks, and you watch as its maw bites down and swallows the entire rift crystal. And it just like you watch as fire is like pouring off of its body.
Hey, we gotta go!
We might have to juke.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I need everyone to make a reflex save as this thing like digs its claws, gets in a meerkat stance, and straight up becomes a living flamethrower and just does a like full 360, burning everything around it.
Okay.
Oh, bad saves from Red Path today.
Maze is a full save. Red Path is a failure. Dia passes. Nash passes. So
Delighted to take only half of the forthcoming 50 damage.
Yeah, it's gonna
because
be
it
bad.
ate the full rift crystal.
Ooh.
26. Actually, not
Not
God
bad.
for those
not a
rolls.
crazy amount.
That could have been
So-
a lot worse.
So 13 for everyone else, and you do notice that all of the little Adaptodon are suddenly they're all full with fire.
I think
Well, you-
the ones below the bridge are full of fire and then drop and then fall in the water and then start sizzling.
They're safe. Like where this
Okay.
fire breathing is happening, so they're just like whoa. They're making squeaking noises. But like
Well, yeah, what's the radius of this? You say all the little Adaptodons, but I assume you don't mean the entire cave.
no, not the entire cave, but like basically like all of this is
Okay.
burst into flames. So
Noted.
you see the one in your path, it's like
Oh, he's not the chosen one.
Why not?
Oh, fine.
I mean, he still can be. It's just a little more complicated because he'll go off at some point while we've got him. Okay, so can we all take a turn now?
yes.
Okay.
While you're moving, like Adaptodon are also doing things,
Sure.
Yeah.
like rounding up babies and things like that.
I mean, we could scoop this one since he probably wasn't in range of the fire blast. Maybe he can be the chosen one.
You see him, and it looks like with the rocks in front of him, he is like understanding basic math as he's like rolling a couple over to the side and then like barks 3 times when there's 3 rocks.
Ah, see, he's
God,
smart.
he's the chosen one.
Just like Nash for real.
All right, let's abduct him.
I have a waterproof bag and everything just for him.
He's never gonna see it coming.
Nope, just whoop.
Get him!
Yeah. So does he turn invisible too?
I don't.
That's a good. I don't think so. I think it only affects the creatures who are within the radius when you cast it. But let me double check.
Yeah, because the eggs were thrown directly into a bag of holding.
Yeah.
So like that makes sense.
I mean, we could throw this guy in a bag of holding temporarily. Like, obviously, we can't keep him in there because he won't be able to breathe.
There are loaded firearms in this bag.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
I feel like if you put him in a bag of holding, that's asking for shit to go wrong. He could eat anything in there.
Yeah, so...
Oh my god.
So, this spell...
Eat Toter's teleport box.
So it says, the spell confers invisibility upon all creatures within 10 feet of the recipient at the time the spell is cast.
So which is not.
So we cannot make him invisible that way. However, I believe I have an invisibility prepared as well. I do, yes.
So you can slap him with it on the way
so I can fucking, like, Vulcan nerve pinch him and have him disappear.
You grab him by the scruff like a mama cat.
Alright. So, you cast in... Would that deactivate your current... I guess not, because it's not an attack.
No, they're not concentration spells.
Okay. So, you bap this little guy while he's doing math here. As, like, it clearly was, like, looking at its hands and now it can't. Who picks him up?
I mean,
I'll do it! I'll get him, me and my bad rolls today!
I mean,
I don't know if
Nash is...
Redpath should carry him, because Redpath's the one most likely to randomly go down to, like, a burst of cone or something.
Yeah, Nash is literally right next to the fucking thing.
You can give me your nice little bag.
Fine, take it.
Plus, Nash can spider climb, and I think is also fast, right? Because of fast movement.
Yeah,
You're
I have
faster than the
10
rest
move
of us.
speed over the rest of you,
You're rougher
so I
than
can
the rest
go
of us.
70.
The best
can
of
go
I
us.
can do 72,
70
but you are correct. You are the
Yeah,
correct
you
choice
can.
here.
Alright, yeah, Nash scoop.
Alright. So, no surprise. The moment this thing is picked up, just lets out this ear-piercing scream.
And then it just...
Oh, you like cover its mouth?
No, we're
Yeah, we
putting
put
it in the bag.
So the scream...
Not just in a normal bag, not a bag of holding.
Oh, okay, so just a regular bag, so it's like a muffled... And no surprise, you hear the adapt oddle that was over by these eggs finally realizes another one is gone. It starts stomping on this bridge. The little guys on there are like shaking and wiggling, going,
This is fucking awesome!
And this adapt oddle comes rushing over here, sees this baby is having trouble, and burps it once again. I'm gonna roll a d8 to determine what direction.
Redpath hit by a stray beam!
Okay, so directly north. So like all this fire blasts out. Yeah, with that scream, you also see a splash in the water as this tongue latches onto the bridge directly in front of you, and an adapt oddle starts clinging on the underside. And they can hear that from the baby.
Hey, you guys want to teleport out of here?
That sounds divine.
I think this would be a good
But we do have
time.
another creature on board.
Yeah,
Can you get...
Do you have
get
enough dimension
everyone?
door juice to get 5 creatures?
I have a teleport. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Let me... Do I have
Touched willing creatures, but if it's in a bag...
I don't think that would count as a willing.
Yeah,
He
he's
does
not
seem
willing.
pretty unwilling.
Okay,
However, I
okay.
could
Will-
trank him.
A will save negates.
We don't want to teleport
No,
out
'cause
here
if it-
without
Teleport
the baby.
Yeah.
An invisible baby is here screaming!
So I'm also gonna give these boyos a perception check
Yeah.
to determine where the scream is specifically. Okay, that mama's not doing so good. And then this mama.
And
Okay.
Can I also try and throw them off a bit by throwing out a ghost sound of a...
Oh, yeah, sure. I assume that's like a will save to
yeah, it's will disbelief.
will disbelief. All right, so there's that one's will save. He likely fails.
Yeah, he believes it. I don't know which one that was that you were rolling for. And then that guy, 16, I think. Oh man, it's DC 17! I'm so fucking high int, baby!
So, these two hear another one crying, and they
over here.
Yeah. So, over here, where exactly?
Like, I'll try and have it sound as if it's like one of the ones hanging out on the underside of this, perhaps.
Okay.
Just get them out of our way.
So, this one will leap over to this cliffside and like starts looking around. I think because they're hearing two babies scream, this one, it did roll higher. This one instead like walks over and is like you can see like genuine panic in this creature's face.
Yeah, I bet this is a horrifying thing to have happen.
Yeah,
I feel so bad.
It's
Guys,
looking around.
We're poachers. We're no better than Josen.
Let's not go crazy here.
Yeah. So what do you do now as this creature is now hanging off of a rock, like doing its
Okay.
best to pinpoint where the baby is? And now that it's like kind of close, it still hasn't figured, because it's like right now it's looking at Nash like, that doesn't make sense. I don't see it, but I hear it. It's muffled. Is it? And you notice like they actually like lift a rock and look under
Yeah,
it. Like,
is it
did you
under
get
here? Did you get stuck under a rock again?
What did you do?
So can we take a full round's worth of action now?
Yes.
Okay, so
Let's
I
leave.
propose. Yeah, I think now is just double move time. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. Let's see. Do we want to? Is this an exit over here? Out to the east? I guess the river's flowing that way. Like it's not the way we came in, but
You
we go
did
that way?
mention that there was a nice waterfall exit somewhere.
Red Path can confirm. It's nowhere near where Artigan is parked.
Ah,
But-
Yeah, it's
true.
fine.
You could very well just jump in the river and let the current take you.
I mean,
I could do ascending to him. I
I
could
mean,
let him
that
know.
will be fun. We don't have to worry about it drowning or anything.
yeah, no, and like, you know, it'll be in water, and like, sound moves pretty different
yeah,
down
yeah.
there. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, no, send Artigan a message, just like Indy, just like start the boat.
So let me see how far we can hypothetically go. So that's 15, 30, 45, 60.
So I actually
think
have the
yeah.
Pathfinder measurement on. So like,
Oh, okay. We just
this
do
is
that. Okay,
this would
so
be
yeah.
60.
60 to here, and then 70, 80, 90, 100, 100. Yeah, I mean, we can get past this rock barrier and then into the river.
Yeah,
Double
Yeah.
move.
yeah, let's get out of here.
Fucking go.
All right. So, can I see your exact path for movement?
Sure, yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, there will be problems, won't there?
Okay, we must
no.
move as one.
Yeah,
Still,
we do have
though.
to move as one, yeah. If only I could control Red Path and the little boy.
I will give all players control
Okay.
of the little boy. I will make it so
And
it
I can just
is
grab the whole group.
all players safe. There we go. Little
Okay.
boy is now on your side.
And then, can you give me Red Path also?
Let's see here. How do I gotta go to his actual
It's character
Yeah.
sheet, yeah.
his actual character sheet.
Yeah, weirdly, I don't have control of Red Path either, and I
That's
usually have
odd.
most control.
Because I'm special.
It
There you go.
is.
All players should now have control.
Okay. All right. So, we started here, or we started
Yes.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, 5, 15.
Okay, do you stop?
All right. Cool.
Immediately, you just like as you're running, kick.
Well, that's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah.
And it hits the rock.
Listen, Adaptoddles, the more babies you have, the more problems they're gonna live through.
Okay.
Yeah. So the mama is gonna immediately react to
Yeah.
this one getting kicked.
Yeah.
And she is going to run over. Let's see here. And
I think-
she is. Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead. I was gonna say, I think in that case we'll presumably be diverting a little further south instead of going straight diagonal. But
All right.
so 20, 25, 35.
May stop.
Yeah.
There is a baby. And once again, gets kicked, and you see it hit, and you're just like, and then it flies.
We just can't concern ourselves with this. At this point, we won't be chased because there's too many sad babies.
May we keep going?
You can keep running, but the mom immediately goes. She is going to leap over, check the baby, and once again, she's going to burp it. So I'm going to roll a d8 to determine where this.
Please, God, no! Please, God, no!
Hey, strictly down. It's
Northwest, baby.
Yeah,
I
so
assume.
yeah, so if we're looking at that, so it'd be
It's gonna be this
1,
rock.
2, 3, 4,
No,
5,
yeah, it's gonna
6,
be this
7,
away.
8. Yeah, so it zaps into this, like, basically this area. There's a burst of stonework. I'm giving Mama another perception check because, like, babies are getting kicked left and right.
They're just getting punted all over the place.
All right. So I'll have stealth checks at this point because it's like it's a lot of running, and you have the huge bonus, so you're likely fine.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. Here
what's
is-
the huge bonus again?
It's 20 for being invisible.
Yeah.
So, okay. I assume
yeah,
that's...
it's like a billion for me.
Yeah,
this is without
gonna be
anything
me.
special.
Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be me.
Plus 20 on that, yeah, it's like a billion.
There it is.
Plus 20, it gets it up to 26.
Yeah.
So, it still fails. So,
Mine is going to be with the bonus in.
mm,
So you got the big armor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so the Adapt Auto like looks in that direction, but like its eyes are frantically moving about trying to spot anything. And it's
I
just
don't
having
blame
no
you,
luck.
guy.
It's quite stressful.
You do know that it also starts barking once again
Yeah.
to like draw attention to other Adapt Auto. But yeah, you can keep scurrying.
45! 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. I think at around here we probably leap into the river as the end of our movement.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna give her one more perception check as there's a big splash just to see
Right.
what she can get. Oh. Red Path did roll a 26.
Bye.
And there's a big splash. So, how far is that? Can it? No. Well, oh, but they do have good movement. Okay, so they can, so it can go 1, 2, jump in the water, and then it would get. Okay, so this is what it can do. It leaps into the water, and you notice the moment it hits the water, it like gets a boost of speed. But the rocks will prevent it from getting its full swim speed because it can't swim through that. So it hits the rocks and squeezes through. It can't get to you yet and doesn't know you, but it does detect that there's movement in the water that doesn't make sense. Your next movement.
Well, goodbye.
I think we let the river take us.
Yeah. So if actually that would prevent any splashing, so it's a ballsy move, but you let the river just take you. And
Log flume.
So is this close to having an escape scene with a body?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Quite literally, there is an escape scene with a body. It's not a dead one.
Usually it's a
Alright.
dead one. That's why I wanted to go revive.
Well, it's fine because we never specified cadaver previously, just a body.
and for the sake of like the stealth of the rolls and whatnot, I think as you get into the water, you can still hear. But then because Nash is a smart fella, he just like puts the Adaptodle in the water, so it's just like quieter bubbles. So you do a sending message to Artigan, and he's like, huh? Yeah, okay, sure. So, God, they would, the creatures would definitely go down the river. Yeah, so, okay, I don't really have a water map.
That's fine. Just put a water tile on a map.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, actually, wait. I can use from east. Briar side sea. Where?
Where?
Yeah. Let's see here. Is this what I'm looking for? Is what I'm looking for? Kinda, sorta. This will work. I just gotta delete some shit because this is not here. Okay. And I need to. Yeah. Okay. I'm working.
You're working. It's okay.
Oh, actually, this works out pretty great because this is what I need here. Ungroup. Delete. All right, I'm working. Pride Lionheart is not here. He's not here. Go away, Pride Lionheart. Okay, so I need to grab all of your tokens now from Leviara.
It's always a whole thing, you know.
All right, so now I will drag you over to the
the ocean.
The ocean. So you guys are here. Actually, no, you're a little further out, I'd wager, because Artigan is like, I don't really know where you guys are specifically. Actually, I think it's the wrong boat. Did I grab the wrong boat?
I think you did.
Yeah, it's the wrong boat.
All right, hang on. I can get the right boat.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be the right boat.
It's important to me. All right.
You know what? I get it.
All right. Put that there. Send to back.
There you go.
There. All right. So, what this then means is hot on your ass is, of course, the Adapt Oddle. Point of interest, Adapt Oddle have 40 feet of swimming.
Yeah.
They are faster in the water. So, Artigan looks over and, oh, he can't see you, but he does see the Adapt Oddle, like, oh, fuck! And you see him grab the wheel and, like, try to get away from it.
Not unreasonable.
So you watch as the boat starts to turn away.
Oh, no! Artie!
Well, I have an idea of how to get us out of this jam.
Yeah? What's your idea?
Yeah, Maze sticks out of the water. Damn it! Turn into a fucking Adapt Oddle!
Okay, I used that to turn into a sexy cow already.
You don't have a second one!
Let me check my spell list.
You have bonded object, right? You can do it, right?
No, I used that to turn into a sexy cow.
Oh, God damn it, Tia!
You can just hear,
Yeah, because being able to turn into Adapt Oddle would help solve that fucking problem, too!
Okay, now hang on. Let me see if I have anything that helps here.
Do you want me to spawn another boar?
It couldn't hurt! I mean, it'll hurt the boar, but...
roll me a D100 to just throw an animal.
Man, I hope it's a shark.
Oh my...
None of them are aquatic!
It's fine, this'll go great. Just drown a fucking deer.
Oh my god.
Okay, here's what I can do. I can use Alter Self to turn into an Undine or a Samir, something that has a swim speed. I can have a swim speed of up to 30 feet. I won't be as fast as the Adapt Oddle, but I'll be fast enough to get to the boat. And I can at least bring someone or something with me.
It's probably gonna have to be Redpath or Nash.
You know what you can do? Okay, no, this'll work. Give me our kidnapping victim. I will swim to the boat. The other 3 of you can dimension door just fine.
Ah,
Yes.
now that's an idea.
Yes.
All right. So, you hand off
Should
the
I still
baby.
throw a boar?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, live your best
Yeah,
life.
why not?
All right, roll a D100. What the
I
hell?
don't want to throw in. I mean, this is a limited resource, but fuck it, right? It's funny.
It's
How
really
often
funny.
do you? I think there's still like 6 balls in there. Like it's
Well, after these 2, there will be 4 left, which
Oh,
is
I
a
mean,
reasonable number still.
I mean, that's plenty.
It is another boar.
It's another fucking boar.
so you pull a ball of yarn, and then there's like a burst of energy, and like as the boar starts squealing, and
I
this-
need to know if I can understand boars right now.
Yes. It's terrified. Luckily for you, it doesn't last long before this thing opens its maw and just
The boar screams, "Sweet merciful God, no!"
So there's a boar in this thing's mouth squealing. Oh my god. Oh, gee. All right.
Boars have 18 hit points.
Why can Maze understand boars?
Roll for
bec-
animals.
Yeah, because we've been doing it the whole time. Strictly speaking, I shouldn't be able to, but I keep asking, so...
Okay, it's a little gimme. I get you.
I think
So-
with all of the other things that dump here, like downsides that they don't get, but you give yourself, like mirrors and other shit.
Stupid. This is so stupid.
So-
Let's get on the boat.
So, Dimension Door. Artigan, obviously. What the? What is going on?
Things are a little
Path's
sticky
just
at the
laying
moment.
face down on the deck. He's just soaked. All of them are just.
Dia will be with us shortly.
Okay, what is that? And points to the Adaptodal. Eating a boar that wasn't there before.
Problem. Yeah, go.
Oh, buddy.
Full steam ahead.
Okay. So Dia's gonna cast Alter Self, and I don't know what's going on there. Is that an
The
attack
boar?
roll? Did it fail to?
The boar puts its like hooves out. No, I will not.
Not like this! Godspeed, our little porcine soldier. Okay. Yeah, so Dia's gonna cast Alter Self. Scales, little fins, hair gets nice and takes on a nice blue luster, and she tucks the screaming infant under her arm, under the water. And I'm also going to use Minor Shapeshift. Normally I use it for temporary hit points, but it can also add 5 feet of movement to any movement type I have. And I currently have Swim 30, so I'll bump that up to 35. And we will go 10, 20, 30, 35. And then 10, 20, 30, 35. Grabs the side of the boat. Go, go, go!
This Adaptodal will take another bite out of the. Yeah, this thing is
Alright.
like, shit now.
Speed.
Oh my
He
god!
gets fucking cacuing.
You guys watch as this boar. I will. But then you remember it's like just like it was made of yarn, and the thing's mouth is just full of yarn now, and it's very, very confused for half a moment. But back to this track. So it will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. And that's all it can do because it did an attack. Artigan obviously is like, help that Undine woman, please.
Red Path, do you have your super fast boat spell?
No, I don't.
It's okay, buddy. I turned into a sexy cow and I regret my own life choices. Alright. Dia's gonna climb up the side of the boat and flop onto the deck.
So here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Give me a climb check.
Okay.
Something we just never have to do.
Almost never.
You have to remember, this is a sheer boat. You do have the Addis
I'll
arm
throw
that can
you
like.
a rope.
Oh yeah, you could also just like grab some rope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's-
assume there'll be some rigging or whatever to help, but I will make a climb check. And I think now that I have reached the side of the boat, I will use a different benefit of Miner's Shapeshift. I'll develop some little nice suckers, amphibian things, just on the end of my fishy fins to give myself a +2 on this climb check.
All right.
Here I go. It's still not that great. But
Yeah.
Hey!
I would say that you're able to like find some purchase using some of the really lovely etch work on the side of the boat.
Oh yeah,
as,
it's
like,
beautiful.
Yeah, and as you're getting closer, Nash and Maze both reach down and grab your arm. The adapt auto will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you see this tongue latches. Well, it's going to try to latch onto the boat. Bit.
No.
No! This tongue latches to the side of the boat, and you feel the boat get whipped over to one side as it like actually just yanks on it.
Ash, can you cut that thing?
Got it!
All right, give me an attack roll.
Yeah, let's go, baby!
Like, we got this far without truly harming the,
Oh, the Nash 2s! Are you serious?
the Nash 2's blues.
Patented Nash 2.
You go to swing, and this creature like locks eyes with you, and the tongue comes back and immediately slaps back a little bit lower. And you feel another like tug from it, and as like even Artigan's starting to get dragged off to the side, and you feel as he's like hanging onto the wheel, turning the wheel in that direction, just trying to maintain his stance.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, we avoided shooting it in the eye earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to be shooting it in the eye now.
All right, give me some attack rolls to shoot at it.
Yeah, no, I've got 3 bullets left, and I feel like I'm gonna shoot it 3 times. I feel like that's warranted. Okay. I don't actually remember the mechanics of attacking with my arm. Do I just get to make everything at full bab?
Yeah, I think that's what we were doing before.
Normally that'd be broken, but I'm a rogue, so...
Yeah. And it isn't like you can add your dex modifier to the damage, it's still just d8s.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's fine.
Alright. Let's shoot him. Let's shoot him. Let's shoot him.
Yes, all of those hit.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, I forgot to grab your boy.
How could you?
And then I need to give you all control of the boy. Okay, so 9 damage on this boyo. -9. Yeah, I'd say that's enough to, like, make it, like, let go of its tongue. Like,
At least gently discourage the thing.
yeah. And the little baby Adaptodal.
Don't be a narc!
Enough out of you!
It looks terrible. Well, actually, you can't see it. It's invisible.
Oh, you know what? You're up on the other deck. I can't reach you from here.
What are you trying to do?
Could I throw a slab of meat up to Nash and have him put it in the bag?
I don't think it's hungry. I don't
Might
think
Also,
distracted.
Dina has the bag.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So at this point, Artigan is like, I'm gonna get as much wind as I could get, and the boat will like start cruising in the direction. But again, this thing is crazy fast. So, yeah, I think what'll happen at this point is you guys keep fending this thing off.
I get onto the side of the boat with the spider decline slippers and start parrying the tongue.
We're just gonna
Redpath
throw.
will use his gun at some point if it becomes required.
Yeah, at a certain point, it does get out of its territory, and you do hear it howl, very very solemn noise, as the baby is indeed taken away.
Well, bring it back! I mean, we can!
I mean, we won't.
It's okay. This creature's gonna go and get an education in the big city.
So I feel like we should probably tab back over to that boat map because we definitely need to make the baby stop screaming. This will be a very bad look if we come into town with screaming baby.
Yeah, so here I will delete this adapt-dottle.
Yeah,
I think I might have something simple to help with that. Wait, how long does that last again?
You're not gonna silence
Day
it, are
per
you?
level. Oh, okay. I think when we're away from when like the situation has calmed down a little, we're not actively trying to fight off the parent. Dia's gonna go ahead and cast Charm Monster and just try and calm this thing. It's gonna be okay, buddy.
Okay. I will. It's a will save, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Using so many spells.
So you just see the thing.
Yeah. There you go, buddy. Yeah.
Dia will just sit it down, take it out of the bag or whatever, sit it down on her lap, and just have it like a heavy lap dog for the ride back, and just kind of just pet it.
These
pet,
things can eat
massage.
anything. Can I give it a mint? I still have some mints.
So Erdogan leans on the wheel. So what'd you do?
We got the job done.
Yeah.
I really don't like having to add a poacher to my list of jobs. And yet, here we are.
Yeah, this little adapt-dottle wiggles in your lap a couple of times, and you do notice that their little tail kind of wraps around your leg. Not like an aggressive way. It's more like secure to just maintain its positioning to not fall. Because they are little round rotund things, and they do have a habit of kind of flopping around. So this is I take it that's why Mama was chasing.
Yeah, we also have some eggs that we stole. Not just the one.
Nice. Oh, okay.
All for the sake of progress in alchemical design.
Neat.
This won't be happening again. You don't need to worry about that.
Oh, no. I mean, that's fine. Well, hold on. He leans around and looks at the side of the boat. There's definitely some stickiness on the side that he'll need to clean off.
But it wasn't trashed.
Yeah, there wasn't really any damage. Whew. Well, okay. In my book, it's fine.
We can help you clean it off when we get into port. Oleander does seem like the kind of person who would notice and take offense.
I was going to say something horrendous.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind that would actually be pretty great. I don't really have any wiggles his fingers, fancy magic to assist with that too much. So.
Woo! Today has been a bad day to interact with animals.
Yeah.
Did you give him a name?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. No.
You name it.
Me?
No, Artigan.
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't steal him.
Maybe that's why you should name it, actually. Now that I think of it.
Oh boy. It's a good name for this little guy. Why? Call him Bubber.
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 Can you believe this guy used to be a doctor?
Used to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, used to be? How do you
does that
stop
mean?
being a doctor?
You drive boats now.
Yeah. What? You think I can't multitask? You think the moment
No, you think I'm holding down one job in this economy?
You crazy? Look, I didn't learn port and starboard. Looks at his hands. I didn't try to learn port and starboard and just forget all my medical training. I could do that, good God, look at you. Yeah.
Oh God! Ow! Oh my God, my arm! Ow!
Yeah, no. Let me pay you back. Here. Yeah, he does a pretty good job. So, through non-magical means, He is gonna heal you. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. Plus his wisdom. Heals you 23.
Wow!
Damn.
Well done.
Erdogan's a good doctor.
Oh. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Whew.
Yeah. I mean, it's the least I could do. I think I still owe you. Well, looks at Bubber and like the crazy shit that's happened. Maybe we're close to even. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
So everyone's okay, right? More or less?
Yeah, I'm good.
Only little burned.
Honestly, like, yes, I feel bad about taking this, but not taking Bubber, but I think we actually got off pretty light in terms of needing to, you know, harm the local ecosystem.
Yeah. That could have gone a lot worse, I think.
There were a couple close calls there, but yeah, by and large, just sort of shook up the nest a little.
Good job with the eggs, Maze.
Yeah, no, they're... Maze checks inside the back. Yeah, they're safe. Thank God for extra-dimensional storage.
Yeah, they've been kind of like rocking around a bit, but you get the feeling that, interestingly, because they were adapted to fire, anytime they hit each other, they're like flint rocks, and there have been sparks.
Uh-oh.
So thankfully, no guns have gone off, but
You know, always a threat, always a possibility.
always a possibility because the interdimensional space is large enough that it's like, oh boy.
It also doesn't have air in there, so at least it couldn't, like,
Yeah,
really catch
Yeah, it couldn't
things
go
on
off, yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still make bullets fire. But, yeah, no. So, you guys take a very calm boat ride back with Bubber. Bubber is very quiet, but you do notice that Bubber, like, every once in a while will, not like full-on chew, but like grab a bit of your cloak, DM, just like just kind of like suck on it for no other reason. And
I
at
mean, he's teething.
He's teething. Exactly.
yeah, and at one point you do see that their eye catches your like glittery jewelry and like your earring and like. And the tongue hits the earring and starts like pulling. It's like,
Whoa!
whoa.
No.
Here. Let's see.
Oh my
I'm
god,
not-
do we have to get a diamond-encrusted binky? What is this?
No. I'll, here, a glass flute that I've had since Cragmer's Fisher. She'll take it out. It's, you know, it's like kind of dog bone shaped. It's smooth and rigid. She'll just kind of,
And shiny.
And shiny, yeah. Hold it out and, you know, kind of wave it around a little in the creature's face. See if
Surely
it's
this is
interested.
why you held on to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no surprise, the creature is immediately intrigued by that. I'm gonna...
Jingling
look-
keys in a baby's face.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up their intelligence. Like, how smart is this little goober?
Is it gonna play music?
I don't know.
That would be insane.
You know, all the Twitter posts you see of like cat blowing into a harmonica.
A harmonica or a rat blowing into one, yeah.
Okay, roll d20 minus. It's not like super intelligent. Well,
It was learning how to count.
This one was counting.
you know what? I'm gonna bump him up one more in point. I think he's earned it. You put the flute in front of him, and I think at this point I can drag you over to another map because you dock.
Yeah.
You are pretty impressed by this little goober. As you put the flute in front of him,
All of us go, huh!
Huh.
Wait, what is it? We could make money.
Now, hang on.
Do you, seeing that it has this interest, she'll like alternate with it a little, like she'll hold the flute out and kind of and hold it out to the creature.
The Bubber's eyes widen, and then when you put it back in front of him,
Oh my god!
you see it smile.
That's actually really a shame that we're gonna have to give this thing up.
listen, it's fine. We'll enroll it in the academy.
Man, yeah, forget kidnapping. We're bringing it to a much more enriching environment.
That's how we'll justify it.
God.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's as smart as Nash now.
Oh my god, it's as smart as Redpath now.
Oh my god!
Mechanically speaking.
Yeah, no. So yeah, you just have this little guy.
Dia's just gonna keep carrying Bubber around.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's just head to Kabloom. I mean, we'll help Artigan clean off his fucking boat like we agreed
Yeah.
on.
Clean off, and then yeah.
All right. Oh man, this is
Oh
not
god,
how I
imagine
expected
if
this
we
mission to go.
wander into Oleander walking down the street and we just have a tootin' little adapter funnel.
Should we take a 5-minute break?
I mean, like, we're kind of approaching a normal end time. I think we might just want to bookend this one, given how it's gone today.
Yeah, I'm fine with like doing a scene or two more and then just kind of wrapping it.
It feels appropriate. Were it not so singularly focused, maybe, but it feels wrong to pollute it with other plot beats at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, super fair. So you guys clean up the boat. Oleander does pop on by at a point. Let me just switch the music up.
Yeah, sure. We exchange some words with them. I'm sure it'll be a really funny interaction.
I mean, more what happens is Oleander comes walking up with Mitch, who is the other Ifrit fellow, and Oleander, like clicky-clacking with his own fancy cane, starts up. Oh, hi, folks. What'd you need the boat for?
Oh, just chatting with Artie.
Yeah, Artigan like leans on the railing. Hey, boss. Yeah, no, they just need a little transportation. Get a better view of the town. Really? Well, happy to accommodate for you fine folks. And takes a big drag from his cigarette. You mind if I...
Oh, go ahead.
He just points to the boat. You mind if I have my boat back?
I mean...
No, I don't know. You're gonna have to pay me.
Really? How much?
Have yourself a nice day.
He's just gonna walk on past.
Dia is just going to quietly clamber down the side of the boat into the water and attempt to basically navigate out and around, like, below line of sight, just because there's no reason to let Oleander know that Bubbers exists.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Oleander takes another drag from his cigarette. Right. Well, you folks have a lovely day.
Wait, hold on. Just a second.
Of course, Myers. What can I do for you?
You seemed unimpressed the last time I showed you an object of mine. I have another that maybe I think you'll find a bit more enrapturing.
Really?
Yeah. So Maze takes out the Never Goes the Weasel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh
and
my.
and this is a plan I've been having. So So this thing I didn't actually check, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I can microdose on it, so I don't have to save against it later. And I wanted to do this today, so yeah.
Okay.
Maze takes out the box and is like, "Tell me what you think."
He's gonna take a look at it. So he is a high-level caster.
But there's always a chance, isn't there?
Always a chance.
There is always a chance. So I need to actually look at his character sheet.
Karen was a paladin.
Yeah.
It happened once.
These are all facts. I need to find Oleander's character sheet really, really fast. There you are. You fucking weirdo. Yeah, that's about what I expected. All right. So plus beep boop boop.
Come on. Ah, you stupid bastard.
He looks at it. It's a box. A little crank on the side. It's a little weasel thing, or
That it is. I thought it was neat. You know, come to think of it, this was stupid.
I mean, I can take a closer look at it if you want.
I mean, yeah, I did find something particularly enrapturing about it. Maybe you could at least enlighten me on that.
Sure. He examines it, and you notice. Let me double check. Is that a thing he has? I think my boy has this. Let's just see. Oh, that's right. He does have this. Okay, so you notice that his glasses shimmer for a moment. He's gonna do a spellcraft check about this. Yeah, it is like that. Okay. He looks at it. Oh, you're a cheeky little bastard, aren't you? You. He like pokes you in the chest with his cigarette. You. Ooh. Oh, that would have been. A part of me wishes that had worked, so I could boil you alive. But it didn't. He like pats you on the shoulder. No, in all seriousness, no. That's very cheeky. There. Where'd you get that?
You're never gonna believe it. I just bought it here.
He tilts his head. Who the fuck is selling that?
I don't know. He was an eccentric weirdo. He did not seem like he belonged in that store, I'll be honest.
Tathelveer.
By saying an eccentric weirdo who doesn't belong.
I met the man once or twice. He is indeed bizarre. Seems so rude, but it is fitting for the man. Wouldn't you agree?
He's certainly manic, if nothing else.
Manic! No, I've thought about buying out his shop. I know it belongs to a Cassie Good, but I really want that arcane side of things. Get the Harrison name on it, just because we dabble in the creation of magical items ourselves. And he's got a whole hoard of it. Yeah, I gotta sweet talk him, though.
I'm sure you can manage.
I'm sure I can. See you around, Mr. Myers, you cheeky fuck. Hope you get a better watch.
Did he hand me the box back, or did he just take it?
Oh, I'm gonna roll a D100.
Its power is now mine.
51 and up, he forgot to hand it back. Oh, he looks back. Oh, you forgot this, and just like chucks it at you.
Maze catches it. Thanks.
Yeah. Mitch, we're leaving. Yeah. Thanks again for, Mitch like shakes your hand, Nash. Thanks again for your help back there with the water elemental. Much appreciated.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Ah, the wizard.
Maze hears that, it's like, Nash, I have something I must run by you. We can walk while we talk.
Okay,
See you
but
tomorrow,
that's
Artie.
so weird.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, buddy. Just waves you down.
Like, so you people go look at me and like go and take a long way around poles and stuff. That weird.
So I will. Dia, are you hiding the Adaptodle at all?
Just from him.
Well, yeah, I think, so there was some, like, people know that these things are territorial, and, like, that's why, you know, they're okay with them being out there, but they'd be scared otherwise. So I think she doesn't really want to potentially cause a big hubbub of, like, oh my, someone brought a fucking Adaptodle into, we have to move, we have to move Leviara 5 miles down the road.
Consider this, Dia, it's literally tooting on a flute.
I can't take that away from him.
And every time it does a different note, it very quickly looks up. Like, did you hear that?
Holy shit. Yeah, you know what? The Aram would be like, all right, we gotta play this cool. I'm gonna, like, put a cloak over it. I think Dia will not. Dia's too charmed by the fact that it's so into this flute.
Yeah, I will say then at that point, like, when you guys are coming around the bend, there are, like, multiple people who are like, oh my gosh, look at this little guy. Just like, oh my god, what's his name?
Bubber.
They all look at each other like, that's a really good name. Asher is like, Roy, that's a very strong name.
I can tell.
I'll buy you off him for 50 gold.
Bubber will be a warrior.
Yeah, so very interestingly, Dia, you can add like 10 gold to your inventory as these people are like, oh, what a great little show. And they just like
tipped
hit
me.
Well, you need to buy something for Bubber with that.
Oh yeah.
That is
Bubber, I'm
Bubber's
going
money.
to spoil Bubber. He's gonna have so many toys.
Yeah, so you guys here, I'll switch the music up to no, actually I've got a different one planned. So as you guys go through the town, you've got little Bubber in your hand, and he is just dooting away the whole time. This is like starting to draw a little bit of a crowd.
Oh boy.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's see here, and you guys are like making your way through the crowd and things like that, and eventually you do make your way up to Kabloom, which is up here. I'm going to roll a perform check
For Bubber.
For Bubber. Obviously,
He might be unintelligent, but he must surely be charismatic.
I mean, he might. So
You literally never know.
we're gonna look at Bubber's charisma. Oh, okay. So Bubber's got a for charisma check. Bubber does a really good job. He like doesn't play a song at all. But like the fact that he's making these little doots and things like that, people are like, whoa, that's rad. And I will say, in the time that you guys are walking,
Let me see, can I get my straw to do it?
let's roll for this.
Our
Damn,
clout is increasing.
I fucking found Michigan J Frog.
On your way, you make 12 more gold thanks to Bubber.
We can make money off of this.
All right, so now that you've got little Bubber, I will ping.
Thop in
I
chat
know.
says, in a world without cat videos, this is revolutionary.
I mean, it is, honestly.
I know what I said earlier, but no, Bubber is my son now. Or I don't know. I'll have to inspect later.
Yeah, I just realized this doesn't need to be hidden. Like it's just her work lab.
Uh-huh.
So you see Flair just sitting there. Oh, hey there! What is that enchanting almost a tune?
I would like to buy some aloe, please.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. She like looks over at her bottles and sets one on the table. There you go.
How much?
Oh gosh, I figured like 10 gold.
Okay, thank you.
It ain't no thing.
We made that much on the way here.
Yeah, honestly, Bubber paid for it.
Good news, we got a job done in record time.
Holy shit, you already did it?
Introducing Leviara's newest performing star.
Yeah. Her mouth just opens wide. Oh my God, look at this little fella. Do you mind if I just give him a little pat pat?
Yeah, I mean, as long as he doesn't mind, I don't think he'll.
She very gently reaches over, and the little guy looks up at her and like narrows his eyes a little bit, and she's like, okay, go on and sniff it. Don't you fret. And he's like, bah. All right, there we go. Pat, 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 pat. So, like, gives her a couple pets. You do notice, because of her increased body temperature,
Gets a little hotter.
it inflates.
He's getting a little toasty.
He like inflates a little bit, and you're, oh no, oh that's right. Dang it, I can't touch these little guys because
Let me.
That makes me think I'm gonna need gloves when I work on those eggs. Thank goodness we figured that out now.
That's okay. They're already in hot mode. But
Do you have one of those tinctures of cold? I'd like to see whether if with the application of cold, will that counterbalance the fire, or will that also add to it?
Yeah, sure. She reaches over and grabs one, and you want me to like bottle feed him this, or like what are we doing here?
That's a good question.
Maze takes out these eggs. Yeah, bottle feed them.
Why don't we start with topical and see if there's any reaction before we introduce it into its system?
Yeah, all right. Now, the reason I'm confident in this being okay is that the Daptodle they're pretty miraculous when it comes to
yeah, we saw.
Oh, you did? I bet you did. All right, so here we go. This topical, and she like drips a couple on it, and you see them like inflate a little bit more, but instead of like that kind of embers coming out of their mouth, there is this little mistiness coming out, and like,
okay,
he's getting full.
All right. Luckily, I observed in their natural habitat the proper technique to burp them. But we should do that somewhere where it won't potentially destroy things.
Right. I mean, so...
In a basement or like a storeroom?
I mean, we could just do it like facing this wall, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could also go on the roof. There's a cliffside that would just like...
Yeah, okay. As long as it's got a straight shot with no people in the way.
Yeah. No, because if we go on the roof, there is like a nice little, not like even a little, but you know
what?
Cliff.
You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do this on the roof. I feel like there might be some folks that we drew over here who'd appreciate that.
Sure. All right. We can do that, I guess. Hold on. Let me. That did not copy your icons nearly as well as I would have liked. Hold on. Grab. Go back over to this street. Big dumb map. Is that gonna copy? Why are you only copying the Adaptodle? Give me
Fuck
everyone. It just will not give me the whole party. All right. Highlight.
Bubber time.
Copy. I'm literally doing the right click, choosing copy. All right, and then we go down to Street 1. I will ping, don't fret.
Appreciate it.
Oh, now they're all here. Hold on. There, all right. And so you guys come on upstairs. I'll ping again. And she's like, all right. So, you got them eggs?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so here, let me set these little goobers up against the wall. Perfect. All right, and yeah, no, this should be just fine because like the cliff here is a good like 15 or so feet up, so like I don't think it's gonna be a problem. But I will back up.
Yeah, I'll Okay, so Dia will kind of set Bubber down facing the eggs. All right, I'm just gonna. You got the rest of that little chemical here. Dia's just gonna she'll hold the bottle out in front of Bubber enticingly.
And the tongue goes out and just like takes the whole thing in his mouth, crunching on the bottle, and
All right, Dia will pick him up, holding him like a gun, facing at these two eggs, and she will apply the same motion that she saw the parents doing, and release.
All right, so just for funsies, I will roll his breath damage.
Just for funsies.
Just for fun.
Bubber does 12 cold damage, and it just covers these, and you notice the moment that the kind of like ice and snow clears, these become a vibrant frosty blue, and they're like actually emitting some kind of like frost and mist. Flair immediately claps her hands. Well, hell, that is outstanding! Oh my god, these are in perfect condition, and you brought one back. Do you want me to call car stock so that he can adopt this little fella here.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I
As
think
much
if
as
anyone was going to appreciate this animal,
yeah,
it will be Karsten.
I'm already as reluctant to give him up as I would be my own child, but I can't hog Bubber all to myself. He's got a big world in front of him.
All right. Yeah, no. So I'll give him a ring. It might take him a little bit, just because he's an older fella nowadays.
I mean, we can swing by there and drop him off if you want to get to work on the potions.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if that is the case, I'll get cracking on this immediately. Actually, before I fully start this, so we've got 2 to work off of here, which is fantastic. And they are both ice charged now. I assume one of these is going to go very specifically to this very exciting experimental one, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Cool. All right. So one egg is going to be dedicated to that. We do have the other egg. And so the options that I got there is I can make you some real nice ice bombs where when they detonate, they do a burst of cold damage, and then it makes difficult terrain for a period of time. And let me tell you, this is going to last for a little bit. Even if it's nice and toasty out, it should sit there for a bit.
Honestly, I don't think you need to run through the other options. That's realistically what we're going to be needing.
All right. Well, the other one I can toss out there because I've been hearing some talk is if you need some polymorph potions, I can make some pretty potent ones with any remaining egg goo from the second egg. If that interests you.
What do you guys think?
I think I'm more concerned with maintaining a particular part of our agreement than polymorphing us.
All right. If that is the case, I will work on making your experimental ice bomb. Not even an ice bomb. It's something else entirely, quite frankly. As well as my regular souped-up ice bombs. The experimental one might take me an extra day or 2. I'm real sorry because this is
fine.
Yeah, but the other ones I can get whipped up and ready to go probably by tomorrow morning if that tickles your fancy.
Sure. Yeah, we'll come by and collect them whenever they're ready.
Hell yeah! So I'm gonna have her roll an alchemy check, and then she also has her lab that she'll be working off of. And yeah, so she rolls. Cool, she rolled a 40. So, what that means is she's so good with the egg, she will succeed entirely on making your experimental ice bomb. That will still take a couple days to do, but it works. And then I'm gonna have her roll for how efficient she is with the other one. She really focused on that one. She really wanted that to work. Okay. She also does a bang-up job with using as much of the goo from the other egg to make the smaller bombs for personal use. I will give you the full stats of those, but because she rolled that high, she is able to make you 4.
Nice.
That should be plenty.
That will likely be enough. So I will get you the stats for those later on. But yeah, I guess our last scene can be you guys go up to Karsten.
I do want to have a quick word with her if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. She's like getting the eggs ready and you notice that she has like a big blanket to like create a separation between her and these so she doesn't fuck them up.
So, as I was walking around town, I was considering something that you'd mentioned previously.
What was that?
Something about endorsements, we could help each other out. My thoughts on that were there is such a thing as bad publicity, but frankly, I'm now under the impression that we're a source of very good publicity.
I know, brother. Like I told you, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
No, there is!
Hogwash. You brought that little duder around.
Tell you what, maybe you and I can help one another. Since Nash and myself seem to be exceptionally popular at the moment, you can throw our existence around as an endorsement of your shop here, and all of the alchemical advancements that you're going to have thanks to these eggs. And in return, maybe just help get the branding a little bit more on point.
She like blinks a couple times. How do you mean?
Currently, they're all out there calling me the wizard. That's not really right.
You're a sorcerer.
No. No.
Warlock.
No. You can keep guessing, but
Magus.
no, I'm just a humble
You
rogue.
one of them hybrid classes? I didn't think we were even playing with those.
You. Right. Okay. So all you're looking for is for me to clarify. That guy ain't a wizard. He's just some guy.
No, not just some
Oh,
guy.
all right.
If you hear anybody mention the wizard in regards to me, correct them to the White Cloak, and Maze looks back to Nash, and the Knoll Hero. That seems a bit more apt to our branding.
All right. Nash, is that what you want to be referred as, or do you have like a hero name?
Didn't really think of one.
Bubber.
I can understand. Normally you would go by your own name, but I don't think that's quite appropriate to try and build mystique.
I mean, guess I am Noel, and if people think Noel's good, help me. I guess.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So the White Cloak and the Knoll Hero. Is that what we're rolling with here?
Yeah.
All right. I can do that. Hell, I can make fireworks or something.
By all means.
Hell yeah. Again, thank you folks so much. I cannot believe how fast you did shit. I might have to like place some other orders. I don't even know what that would be right now, but like shit, that was amazing.
I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm not going back in there.
Yeah, that's fair. But I figure in case I got other lines of work for y'all.
Yeah, by all means, keep in touch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't be strangers, because I'm still making this, and I don't know where you live, so I can't deliver it.
No, yeah, right. We're staying at a hotel whose name I've forgotten.
All right, duly noted. Well, you folks have a lovely day, and tell Karstock I said hi.
Oh, of course.
Will do.
Right. Cool. So, you guys make your way to the Lurie estate.
Coming.
No, I'm not going under the name Crag or Rocky because Crag is a Crag is the keeper
fugitive.
name. Crag's a fugitive,
Yeah,
and
there's...
Rocky is a child.
You guys once again go through the same scenario as the previous time, where it's like you go up to the gate at the bottom of the hill, and it's just like, "Hello, who is it?" It's Ebon Ward. Go quickly, come! And he tells you guys to come on in. The door is answered by someone you have not met before.
I get.
Oh.
There is this nice older woman with this lovely white hair, and she's got it looks like a fancy. She's kind of got like this nice noble-ish attire, but instead of doing what most noble women around here do of like having a big fancy dress, she instead just has like a very nice suit. And she opens the door. Oh, that's why he's been all aflutter. Okay, come on in. She holds the door open. Hi. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Sienna.
Hello, I'm Laurent.
It's very nice to meet you, Laurent. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
And you see, like, poking out from around the kitchen is Karstock. He's like, just in time, I have finished treats. Yes, I hope they meet your expectations. He like leans in and winks.
What is it?
He just made some blueberry muffins.
Oh, these look very nice.
I'm gonna roll for cooking for Karstock.
Oh, don't
Did
blow it,
work
buddy.
up sweat, so
Yeah, let's see how he cooks. They're not shabby. These are actually quite good.
Whoa.
No, my car stock is actually a talented little baker. Well, it's basically alchemy. Why not?
It's
Yeah,
literally
there's no worth
alchemy.
the walk up here. This is good.
Ooh, if I may, I'm eating for two.
Don't say that.
Congratulations! He can't see you.
He can't see me, but he can hear.
Yeah, little dude. And he leans over to the point of knocking this like pan off the table and doesn't even react.
Mace grabs the pan.
Without even looking at you. Thank you, my boy. Pounds.
This is
Sienna just crosses her arms and smiles. Oh boy. Well, I'm not going to see my husband the rest of the day. How are you two?
Oh, how are you? And then they make polite conversation.
Yeah, Dia will recap the misadventure. So we've got this little guy now. His name is Bubber.
Bubber.
And we, I mean, to be honest, I've already grown quite attached, but I think he would do really well here. I think you're the most qualified in the whole city to provide the kind of enriching environment he could use.
I would feel so cruel taking him from you with his vast intelligence.
I mean, it's okay. It's only been like, what, not even 2 hours? I don't think he's formed any attachments yet.
Oh my goodness, look at him. Oh, he's beautiful. May I hold Bubber?
Yeah, I imagine with your skills you should have no trouble, but just be a little careful.
Oh, of course. Oh, they may be adapt-auto, but they are still precious little creatures, aren't you?
They may be adapt-auto, but they're adorable.
He very gently holds this adapt-auto in his arms and hand feeds them a blueberry muffin, and you watch as he oh, yes, you do like that, don't you? Well, don't worry, I've made plenty for you.
Already spoiled. Spoiled rotten.
boy.
Yes. Oh my goodness, look at you. Oh. Dear, could you? Yes, I'll run the bathtub. And
Be a little careful with the extremes in temperature. It slowly builds up when you expose it to any kind of non-neutral environment.
And they really don't know when to stop themselves either,
Yeah.
it seems.
If you see himself getting bloated or making little uncomfy sounds, I can show you how to relieve the pressure.
Yes, it's usually a tugging of the tail, yes? Yes, oh, wonderful. This bear comes out, makes eye contact with Bubber, and is like, I will not be replaced. Karstock very delicately hands him back to you, Dia. He was going to set him on the floor and then realized the fire was like, nope, I don't want him to have fire element right now. And Sienna comes back out a couple moments later. But I would feel dreadful just taking him from you. Because he is completely unharmed. It looks like you found a very smart one. This is not meant to be mean to baby adapt-auto. It takes them a while to learn.
They looked extremely stupid overall, I'm afraid I have to say.
Just complete morons.
I don't want to use the word stupid, but I would describe them as detrimentally curious.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can get away with it, right? When you have no biological incentive not to eat fire, get sick, and then explode, then you might as well, right?
That's exactly it. I don't want to bore you with the details, but they actively harm themselves to learn what their environment is to adapt at a young age so that they can adapt more quickly if they need to move territories and things of the sort. Sienna kind of like leans up against the wall and just smiles. Yeah, no, I think it'd be wise if we kept him indoors for a while. Once he's gotten big enough, then we'll make sure he has his own actual playpen and things of the sort. And oh, the possibilities of having an adapt-auto, we could breed something quite incredible. but that's years from now, and besides, he needs to have a lovely diet of muffins. Sienna, narrows her eyes, and veggies and things of the sort. But muffins for now. If it's all right, I'd love to pay for him.
Oh, you're certainly free to do that. I was actually going to just ask for credit. Normally, we do these things through a general altruism and responsibility, but given the nature of Leviara being kind of superficial, having a little bit of credit to throw around would be nice.
I can do that too. That's easy enough. I wouldn't brag about you people anyways, but now I have a public reason. Sienna rolls her eyes.
I appreciate it.
Here, let me go double check what the going rate is. Oh, excuse me. Bear's like, yeah, I fucking bet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked. Is he allowed to have strawberries?
Bubba or my
No,
bear?
this one.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
Thank you for checking. And he walks off for a little bit, and Sienna, just while leaning against the wall, just smiles. He has been yammering on about you all day. I was busy visiting some of the kids, so.
Well, sorry that he's going to be yammering about us all night.
No. He'll be yammering on about that all week. So, listen, she puts a hand up. Anything that makes my husband this excited, I'm always happy to see. And besides, it gives us something to work on together. Because I know he's going to get distracted, so I'll be watching over many of the critters when that happens. But thank you very much. And I really appreciate you not bludgeoning the little buggers, because I know they are adaptoddles, but there have been times where we've had individuals want to make a bit of a buck from us, and they're just so brutal to the little critters, and we don't like that at all.
It's about all the ones we accidentally stepped on our way out.
She doesn't know that.
Yeah, we did our best anyway.
We were fortunate enough to not have to do any serious harm. At least not to the little ones.
Yeah. He comes back out and looks to you, Redpath, just because you're the closest. I looked at the going rate for these fun little creatures, and I hope this is an acceptable amount. And he hands you a pretty hefty bag.
Oh my god, money.
Mm-hmm. And especially because he is in wonderful condition, and a bonus because you found me a smart one.
Oh, speaking of smarts, she sets the flute down on the counter. Don't forget this. He's pretty enchanted by it.
Oh, as am I. I'm just completely transfixed on this newest muse.
Where did you get a glass flute? I don't know. It's just at the top of my inventory.
I think this is a cursed item from Verger, actually, if I'm remembering correctly.
I feel like I would have written cursed glass flute if that was the case.
The thing you got from Verger was dancing boots.
Yeah.
Right.
I think this was just something we somehow obtained from, maybe Alfonso gave it to me or so.
Or it might have been in the record.
Hey, chat, how's about one of you remember? Because we can't.
Yeah. So,
I think I got it along with the peanut gallery.
So, Redpath,
Yes.
you look in the bag and you do a quick count. It's not that hard. That is 1,200 platinum.
Oh.
It's 12,000 gold.
Wow.
Dang.
There was a big bonus because you got him a smart one.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's adaptoddles are already hard to procure, especially one that is completely unharmed and then it's smart is a big deal to him. So
just 3,000.
I mean, yeah, because he gives Betsy down there in Richmond. I think he appreciates when they can,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add 3,000.
Yeah, no, 3,000
By the way,
gold.
Duchess,
Nice.
how much did Duchess give us again?
20,000 gold, which was divided
Okay,
amongst all.
I don't
of
think
you,
I
so-
ever put that on, so
Yeah,
I will
so-
my
yeah,
5k
so-
for that. Okay,
yeah,
wow, I can actually buy a real item at some point.
Wow.
Yeah. No, this was another means of making money. Obviously, it's really dangerous to grab more than one, but
Yeah.
So you plop little Bubber on the ground, and Bubber looks up at you, Dia, And you notice that he like nudges the flute in front of you and then goes, whoo. And then like big smile.
Dia picks the flute up and we'll just do a cool.
Yeah. You dood a little tune.
Aaron, if you're duding, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. No, my mic probably thought that sounds like noise. Die.
Yeah.
Here, let me turn off noise suppression real quick.
Yeah, no surprise. He is very excited about the possibility of more notes and a possible tune. I'm gonna give him an aid bonus on his next
He's
dude
gonna
attempt.
try.
Holy shit!
He's so smart.
He does even better, and fucking Karstock just like leans around the counter. He's so smart.
Holy fuck!
Oh. Karstock's like, dear, if you could, and she's just holding a book. Yep, I've got some children books right here. Yes! Oh, wonderful! Oh.
Is it reading in the bath time?
Yes, I'll take him.
Oh, the baby.
All right, so let's try some basic words. This is the story of the very, very hungry bear.
Whoa!
And she takes him away, and you hear a little splash, and then a wow!
The very hungry bear. That's right, hungry for relevance.
Karstock puts his hands on his hips. I can't thank you enough. If you happen to find any other fascinating creatures, please bring them back.
If we happen to somehow manage to acquire something in the Wandering Woods, maybe.
Oh dear, that would be intriguing. Yes. Well, definitely be careful if that is something you decide to explore. But don't just remember, a lot of creatures that come from the Fae are sentient.
They might look like that, but then, steal your money and curse you and turn you into a doll or something, right?
Precisely. So definitely be cautious if that is a course of action. But I certainly wouldn't turn down the possibility of I can't really do much with a will-o-wisp, but if you find something that can't comprehend what's happening and form sentences, yes, I'd be very interested.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
Oh,
much appreciated.
Good job, gang. You want to kick back in front of the fire for a sec and then figure out, I don't know, I guess we're getting near dinner time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Gets out of the Karstock chair.
I would love to kick back by the fireplace.
Redpath would like to finally go to the bathhouse. It's been a long day, gang.
Finally go to the bathroom.
I've been shitting weeks.
Well, we can resolve that problem next time on Ebon.
On Ebon Ward.
Ebon Ward.
Oh, this was fun.
What a silly sash.
This is
Boy,
shaping up to be a real knee slapper of an arc.
Oh boy, yeah, no, I wasn't sure how
one of the funniest episodes ever.
I had no idea how that confrontation would go, but I knew it would be ridiculous. So that's all I can ask for.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure we have fan art to go through, but I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm sure you guys did a great job posting links last time, so I'm gonna trust you to do it again. I didn't verify, so I got take your best shot at it, okay?
Yeah. Oh boy.
I could try my best. Invite people. A copy. Hey guys, if you like what we do and you wanna be in on all the jokes and you wanna get schedule updates and access to all our chats and all that good stuff.
If for some reason, if you're one of the people who joined from the raid earlier that popped in, hello, hi, nice to meet you. If you want to check out our stuff, here's our Discord. You can put your fan art there, you can chat with everybody else, you get your schedules, you get all the good stuff. However, if you want to get the really, really good stuff,
Where's our
You can go to our Patreon, which I've just
Where is
linked.
Use the Patreon.
Yep, I just linked the Patreon. So at the Patreon, we post art from the adventure and whatnot as you see them. Now, here's the thing. I bet you're very interested about Bubber and the Adapt Audals. That is one that I will not and cannot post on the Roll20, or not the Roll20, but on the Surprise Round Patreon, because that's actually a really cool thing that's on Cat Artna's Patreon. She has this really cool tier that if you spend, I think it's $12 a month, you can actually get like a batch of icons to use for streams and things like that. And that's where the Adapt Audals came from. Honestly, it's because of that I had this adventure or this little side thing ready to go immediately. I was like, oh, this is a great possibility. So here's Cat Artna's Patreon. Does really, really good work. Lots of cool stuff on there. And she's also done like the icons for the Good Doctor.
Cat's done a lot of work for us.
Yes, Amaranth and Rosa. She did
And
work for.
like the Ebon Ward West icons, I think.
Yeah. Yep. She did all those. She is a busy bee. And it's a lot of really cool stuff that's available on that Patreon. So definitely check that out. But obviously, we'll also have like Sienna and the bears that Lemieux did, as well as a few other ones appear on our Patreon. But for the Adapt Audal specifically, that's on Cat Artna. Yeah. And we have an Imgur that was created by Skel Snurvenvant themselves.
Wow. Thank you so much, Skel Snurvenvant. Means a lot. The Imgur greatly simplifies this process for me, so it's always super appreciated.
I feel like
Ebon Ward, episode 117, Imgur, La Creatura. Yeah.
Creatura!
So the top of the pile from Lemieux for our fantastic birthday folks recently.
I heard it was the anniversary of your birth, so I procured you a cupboard cake for the occasion. I took the liberty of adding rainbow sprinkles for additional celebratory flair. Happy birthday.
Wow. Thank you, Lemieux.
Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Then
Wow.
Snurvenvant. Dog shit. Yeah.
Dog shit. Mario, I've made an absolute dog shit cake.
Thank you, Skel.
Oh.
Then from Lemieux.
Yeah, these are gifts actually, so if you click on them.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Oh!
But you gotta click on the second one.
Yeah.
Just fucking annihilate those plastic
going for it.
Thank you.
Turn it into splinters!
Then also from Lemieux. If we stop acknowledging him, he'll go away.
Boy, party now.
Thank you, Lemieux.
Oh no!
Sex full of zaps!
That's so funny. Yeah, no, these creatures are so stupid.
They are so dumb. Thank you, Six.
Thank you, Six.
Venomous Tia. Dios mío, la criatura.
La criatura.
La Creatura.
So funny.
Thank you, Tia. Then from Lemieux.
Please protect perfect child. Babies.
So many babies. Thank you,
That's
Lemieux.
all this is. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. Then from Skel Snurvenvant.
Oh.
It's still got the little shank.
It's gonna get you. Thank you, Skel. And Runya Nova.
Oh god.
So funny. Oh, I love the energy of that.
Thanks so much. Then Venomous Tia. Get flipped, lol.
Get flipped, lol. Idiots. So funny.
And from And Yet No Bananas, friends.
Hanging out under the bridge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
So
Then
funny.
from Lemieux.
Gently hold.
Babies, please be nice to them.
Yeah.
We were pretty nice to them. Thank you, Lemieux.
Yeah.
Then
Aw.
then from Barden, just Yeah, she would appreciate Destiny. You would appreciate Big Crab.
Oh my goodness, look at that. He has a rock.
She has a rock!
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
I did not mean to misgender your crab.
Your crab nouns, I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you so much.
I'm from Skelsner and Van Boar. Honest.
Oh my
The
god.
fact that the second one was also a boar.
I live again! No!
Then from Bread Bunny. Rip. Boar. I
Boar.
promise that thing was a boar. Emphasis on was.
For about a minute and a half.
A minute and a half of life.
Thank you, Bread
Good for
Bunny.
him.
Yeah, no bananas. Unrestrained summer fun. Thank you so much.
So funny.
The chosen one.
Nice to him with heading God.
Thank you, Lebu.
Oh yeah!
MD Flair.
Colors.
Now with colors. See, it's not all Adaptoddle.
Hell yeah! Oh, thank you so much. That looks great.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, MD. Great job.
Lovely.
Then from Kuroyuki.
Meeting babies.
Knowing that the babies and the eggs won't die to make bombs.
Baby
Kickball. These things are all true.
These are all true.
Thank you so much. Rip Boar 2. Only Maze could hear its screams of despair.
Hey, that one lasted 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, he did great.
I just realized 117 is actually John Master Chief's.
It is
phone
John
number.
Master Chief's phone
So maybe
number.
that boar was Master Chief.
Oh my god. That's
That's
the
how he
only
lived.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Thank you, Bread Buddy.
I'm going to give the Covenant their boar back.
I'm giving the Covenant back their boar.
Help me!
Kuroyuki.
I love that you used the deer creature one.
Thank you so much. And from Dust the Artificer.
My tummy hurty, but I'm being very brave.
Thank you so much. The Goblin Thing.
Second ball worth it.
Ren and Stimpy ass looking boar. I love it. And Dia in the background. Godspeed.
Thank you, Goblin Thing. Then from the Mew.
Ah!
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Then from Wario Fan 63.
On the next episode of The Keep, what's going on here?
James put me sword in jello again.
You're just saying that because you're madly in love with me.
I am not Judge Payne. Send him to HR and have him fired.
I had them both executed.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
I'm from Kuroyuki. Baby plays flute.
Another
God,
addition
Skell.
to moods.
Then also from Skell. Boop.
Oh my, I love that one.
So good.
It's so funny.
And
Yeah!
from Yet No Bananas. Doo 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 doo. Eight. Thank you, and Yet No Bananas. And from the Mew, support Bubbers' college fund.
Oh my god, it's so fucking cute. Oh, I knew these little bastards would click. Lovely work, cat. Oh.
And from Skip.
Oh, look at that.
My baby has given me the letter and mash.
Thank you, Scoop.
Thank you so much. Oh,
And
so
then-
cute.
And then from Lemieux,
Amazing!
I will not be replaced.
you already have been.
Like, immediately.
Goddamn immigrants.
Thanks, Aram.
Right at the finish line.
Right at the finish line. I'm sorry.
You should be. Oh, despite that, though, Will, thank you so much for running this. This session was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for playing, guys. This was very, very silly.
Yeah, it was. Thank you
Oh.
to my fellow players for being here and embracing the silliness. This was super fun, and I'm so glad you were all here to experience this together. This unites us. As for you, chat, thank you so much for being here, supporting us however you do it, be it through like subscribing or throwing bits at us, donating, just whatever, just giving art or being here at all. It makes the world of different to us regardless of how you do it. Thank you so much for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Bye.
Toodles!
Oh, Toodles!